Oh. Ooh.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Tuesday. You know what that means. It's time for the number one sports podcast in the world. That's Mark.
Yo, what up with it?
It's Nick Freeze.
What it do, what it do.
And once again, we are live streaming on Facebook and YouTube too. Tell everybody, the number one sports podcast is live and in charge right now, and that is the Great Sports for You podcast. Get it. And we're going to keep it going. Shout out to Paco, I see you. King Rose, I see you.
What it do, what it do, what it do.
What it do, y'all?
Yeah, the comments section is already getting hit. Y'all been on fire in the comment section lately, so shout out. So lots to get into, obviously, this first of the month edition of Sports for You.
Wake up, wake up.
It's the first of the month.
Shout out to Bone.
They didn't play that song during the verses.
They didn't. That's crazy, right? Well, it was still easy work, even though
Yeah,
it was easy work on the mic and Busy Bone. Yeah. Busy said I wasn't playing.
Yeah, well, you should have stayed home there.
But yeah, we're gonna get into that. Also, it's Black History Month, so we're gonna every episode this month on Sports for You, we're gonna recognize a perennial figure in the world of Black history in the sports world. And today, I want to focus on one Kirk Flood. I want to shout out Mookie Betts because I saw him post this on this Twitter account. So, obviously, for those who don't know who Kirk Flood is, Kirk Flood was a former outfielder for the St. Louis Cardinals back in the 50s, 60s. And obviously, he had a very big role in the way baseball is as far as with free agency. So those who don't know who Kirk Flood is, he was a center fielder for 15 seasons with at that time, the Cincinnati Redlegs, the St. Louis Cardinals, and the Washington Senators.
Wait, what was the team?
At that time, they were called the Cincinnati Redlegs. Now they're the Cincinnati Reds.
The Red Legs?
Yes. That's what the Cincinnati Reds' original name was. Boy.
Maybe that should be the Washington football team name.
We'll get into that later. Them idiots.
The Washington Redlegs.
Jesus.
Sorry. I just messed up this whole topic. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize. Everyone, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that name was, I don't know.
That's the name.
They used to give them just some whatever names back then. Like, man, that's scandalous, but they was some great talent up over there during that time.
So here's the story on Kirk Flood. So Kirk Flood obviously was known for was a pivotal figure in sports labor history when he refused to accept a trade in the 1969 season, ultimately appealing to the U.S. Supreme Court. Although his legal challenge was unsuccessful, it brought up additional solidarity among players as they fought against baseball's reverse clause and sought free agency. A lot of people don't forget Kirk Flood was the person who basically got free agency going in Major League Baseball. Don't worry, Kens. We got a lot to talk about. I know why you say that person, but we're gonna say that when we get to the football talk, because that's gonna be a whole nother discussion. So we'll definitely get into that, but we're gonna separate that from when we get into the real football talk. But Kirk Flood, obviously, he was traded. Obviously, he was traded. Obviously, for back in 1969, but he refused to report to the Phillies.
Like a real one.
And
Sounds familiar.
Talking about the city of Philly.
Shout out to Milk.
Yeah.
Yes. So that led to the lawsuit, obviously, against MLB, alleging antitrust to reverse the cause of slavery. Amidst those testifying, he had Jackie Robinson, the great Jackie Robinson. And this was to argue, obviously, to get free agency. And now here we are. And free agency is now huge in Major League Baseball. The sad part is, during the lockout. I just don't get it. But yeah, I wanted to salute Kirk Flood and get y'all thoughts on. Obviously, he doesn't get the recognition he deserves for going against the system. And we need to keep his memory. And I want to shout out Mookie Betts again because he was the one who inspired me to bring this story up. We don't hear about that amount.
They don't want you to know about people like him.
I'm always in favor of the person going against the system and bucking the system. So shout out to him for doing that, and that was a real move. Not showing up in Philly, he must relate to Ben Simmons.
Ouch. But yeah, I just think, shout out to Kirk Flood for real. Y'all look him up. Go look up the story on Kirk Flood because obviously, I say he doesn't get the recognition he really deserves for ushering in free agency. And you look at all the money that's being made, whether it's A-Rod, Pujols, Bryce Harper, Manny Machado.
It doesn't matter.
Griffey.
Anybody who's good in baseball, you should be giving him most definitely a shout out in some way when it's time for you go to that podium and they ask you these questions about all this and that. You should say thank this dude because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't get the opportunity to get all this money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that. Keep his name alive, man.
Yeah.
And because if John didn't say it, I'm pretty sure a lot of our listeners probably wouldn't have ever even known who Kirk Flood was. So
Exactly.
And I want to say I thank Mookie Betts for bringing it up because I think he doesn't get enough attention that he deserves.
That's true. Shout out to Kirk Flood
So obviously Kirk Flood.
and the Cincinnati Redlegs.
Yeah, wow. Just don't like. He must. I mean, just it must be something about
Must be
playing
John,
in Philly.
Must be John Uncle.
What up, B? Nah, man. Tar Heels. It's rivalry week this week. Y'all know it.
He's showing support for Nick, man.
It's Tar Heels, man. I didn't wear the hat, B. Pause.
Whoa. And it's not safe.
Dang it. It's supposed to be Black History Month, and I'm. Oh, boy. Hey.
Hey, BD over here tripping, dog.
Yo, that was crazy.
Go ahead. But yeah, I just say we need to obviously every week in the month of February we're gonna remember something like that. Paco said no Area 151 tonight unless you sharing. Look, man.
Hey,
Y'all,
Patreon episode.
Yeah. We definitely got to get the Patreon episode. We get
if y'all want to know what's going on, Area 51, Patreon.com/Townhouse Media.
We'll let
Tell them one more time, John.
Patreon.com/Townhouse Media. If y'all want to know what's going on in Area 51. And that's the bottom line to that. But
The Stone Cold said so?
what?
The Stone Cold said so?
What? Yeah. Bars. Oh man. But yeah, we want to just salute Kirk Flood. Oh wow.
Uh-oh. Kuzma.
By the way, no Bradley Beal. He's out, I think, with a sprained wrist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Budenholzer, man. See, getting Budenholzer, man.
my uncle used to say jokes about stuff like that. I can't say.
Oh, wow. But yeah. Also, today was a huge day in world sports, and obviously we're going to separate this from the regular football talk. The news that first of all, I'm going to first congratulate Adam Schefter and Jeff Darlington first because they broke the story, and a lot of people put some slander on their name
Don't play Adam Schefter like that.
for breaking the story. I mean, I didn't think Adam Schefter is a University of Michigan alum, so I think he pretty much knows what he's saying.
It was a commercial.
I mean, come on, man. Y'all really think Adam Schefter out there just doing stuff for clout?
Now, it would have been funny if Tom Brady would have came back and played a little more years just because he didn't retire the way he wanted to.
By the way, they were saying, and for what we're talking about, the news today that the GOAT, Thomas Patrick Brady Jr., retired after 22 seasons, 7 Super Bowls, 5 Super Bowl MVPs,
Jeez.
3. He only backtracked because conference. Well, Man, I don't think Schefter backtracked. Brady was the one who was backtracking. Did Schefter really? Do y'all think Schefter backtracked? Because they stayed with ESPN stayed with the story all weekend.
He kept the receipts and he posted up on Twitter too.
So
People that was talking about him.
Yeah, so shout out to him and Jeff Darlington who broke the story. Yeah, you're right, Paco, because obviously he wanted. Well, Kuz is balling. Yeah, I ain't gonna never diss Kuz. I still question his IQ sometimes, but
there's no question about that.
but,
He doesn't have one.
But I'm never gonna question him. It's a game. But back on Brady. So now the GOAT has officially hung it up after 22 years. By the way, that was Dan Patrick. So I think Paulie, the producer, was saying that because now Brady's going to be eligible to go in the Hall of Fame in 2027. That's also going to be the same year Big Ben goes in. Someone said Big Ben should just come out of retirement, play one game, just so he can have the 2028 class and not go in and be headlined by Brady.
I mean, you could say that, but people act. Ben Roethlisberger's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's not no slouch.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, I don't think Ben cares. I mean, but actually, that's going to be cool. We haven't had a class with two quarterbacks in them. We ain't had a multiple quarterback Hall of Fame class in a minute.
Yeah, for real. Shout out to both of them. They had great careers.
So,
hey, shout out to this quarterback class. Well, they weren't in the same class, but just the older quarterbacks. That's Aaron Rodgers, Brady, even Breeze that retired last year.
Yeah. I mean,
Peyton, Rafa, like that. We watched
Phillip Rivers.
We watched
Phillip Rivers was a good quarterback.
We watched the great era of quarterbacking. You know what I'm saying?
For 2 decades.
For 2 decades, dog.
For real.
That's really dope, man. Shout out to them, man. And then shout out to the new one.
Hey, I'm about to say, and the new ones ain't no joke.
And we're gonna see one of them in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but
well, hey, you have one, Mark.
Yeah, we should be seeing him in 2 weeks.
That's true.
That's not his fault.
Yeah, we all know that's
not. Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, we know that's not his fault.
We're gonna talk about that during
we get to the football talk. We'll
calling our names.
Well, both.
Well, while we on the quarterback list,
yeah.
I mean on quarterback, I seen Stephen A. Smith put his top 5 list.
Oh yeah, that's probably that's one of the reasons why I got him on calling out names. I was very offended by that list.
Where's Dan Marino?
Yeah, that was my okay. So for those who didn't see yesterday, Stephen A. Smith did his top 5 quarterbacks of all time. I'm gonna go from 5 to 1. Mm-hmm. At number 5, he had Aaron Rodgers.
That's not. I mean, that's not bad. That's not a bad 5. Okay, go ahead.
At number 4, he had Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, he had Peyton Manning.
That's a bad man, though.
Look,
Patrick
man.
Mahomes is that dude.
You ain't forget no Pat.
Look. This dude in the last 4 games against the Raiders has put up 40-plus points every single time. Believe me, we know.
He scored in 13 seconds.
Trust me, I
lost in 13 seconds.
13 seconds too. That's crazy, right? That's like the Shaq versus Duncan. That's like the Duncan versus Fisher .4.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
But yeah, nah, I'm not putting no slander on Mahomes, but let's be real, man.
He ain't Aaron Rodgers yet. He got a little bit more.
That's true.
As far as like career wise, I'm not saying nothing talent wise.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But yeah, career wise, he hasn't done enough to say that he's just better than Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry.
So who do you have at 3?
He had Peyton Manning.
Oh, okay, all right.
Mm-hmm. Number 2, he had
Joe's
from Montana, and then number 1, he had Thomas Brady.
For me, I told y'all in the group chat. I told you, 1 and 2 is fine for me.
Yeah,
3 is where my issue come in at.
Yeah, because I personally had an issue with that because
I'm sorry.
I mean, Peyton Manning wasn't even the best quarterback to ever play in Denver. He's better than Elway. Are we really? Are we doing this? He was better than Elway.
Are you saying Peyton Manning while he was playing in Denver was he better than Elway?
Yeah, we got to specify what you're talking about.
Yeah, because if you talking about Peyton Manning the quarterback, yes, Peyton Manning the quarterback is better than John Elway.
You serious?
Yes. Yeah, he was better than John Elway.
I'm sorry, John Elway wasn't no joke.
Yeah, I like John Elway.
Hey.
Yeah, I like John Elway, but he
okay. And I'm not tripping because obviously
there's a reason why everybody in Denver loves Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
There's a reason why.
And y'all know I'm biased to Peyton because this is the first time I had a quarterback from my school play on my squad. So I'm biased to Peyton.
But for me, number 3, I got Dan Marino, and I think everybody who's ever known me.
Man, I mean, look, man, y'all people don't know, man.
I feel as if you can't have look,
I don't think you can have a top 5 without Dan Marino.
You can't do it. I'm sorry.
The best throw, Dan Marino might be the best thrower of the football we've ever seen.
It's not even close.
This dude threw for 5,000 yards during the era where people were running the ball like 60 times a game.
Shout out Miss Lay in the house.
Dog. He went to the Super Bowl and had the worst defense the NFL might have ever seen. and his receivers was Mark Duper and Mark Clayton.
Mark super duper, man.
Super duper trash.
I'm not saying it was trash, but
he wasn't better than Mark Clayton, but he was. Look, Mark Duper was okay.
Mark Duper and Mark Clayton. I don't know if they went to 2 Pro Bowls combined.
Pretty much.
And he never had a running back to really.
Well, Chuck Muncie was probably the best running back he had.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I'm nothing against him, but that's not good.
That was the dumbest.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's the best running back Tom Brady had?
Let me think about it. Okay, Kevin Falk.
I'll probably say Corey Dillon.
Corey Dillon.
I think that's Corey Dillon.
Corey Dillon.
I think it's Corey Dillon. Corey Dillon wasn't no joke.
Corey Dillon.
Corey Dillon was a no joke.
Barn Lester says, what all-time categories does Aaron Rodgers lead aside from completion rate?
I mean, that's not a fair thing because you gotta remember this as well.
Kinsey says Aaron Rodgers is the best thrower to football, Mark.
I can see why he would say that, but
it's close.
It's him and Dan Marino.
And
Dan Marino's
Dan the man, dude.
I got Marino, and then everybody else. And there's no shot at Aaron Rodgers.
Nah, it's not.
But as a Bills fan, I watched that.
I watched it as a Broncos fan. You.
No, I'm telling you.
I know you watched it. I know you because look, we had to get by this dude winning your AFC Championship, so I know. But you had to live through that twice a year.
Nah,
twice a year.
That's greatness. And like Nick said, if we would have had him instead of Jim Kelly,
oh my Lord, it would have been over.
By the way, all those teams who passed up on Dan Marino and that legendary draft with him, Elway, Jim Kelly.
That's because he was doing cocaine at Pitt.
They said it was weed.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was.
Hey, that's what they sounded.
That's the whitest weed in history.
Man, I got Area 51.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
So he was the track on the E40 on my ghetto report card.
Shout out to Area 51.
That track on the E40 my ghetto report card. He was doing that song.
Hey, John, tell them where to go. Do you want to go to Area 51? They got what?
Patreon.com/Townhouse Media.
Yeah, but
yeah, man.
I can't find this list no more. But there's a list that was made one time, and it was shown like some of the players that the Dolphins could have drafted, as far as like running backs and receivers. Oh man, they had opportunities to like draft some people, and I'm like, whoa. I think it was like they missed out on like 4 or 5 Pro Bowl running backs easily, like in a row.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad. In a row?
Yeah, I don't know what they was doing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I think they went to Super Bowl. His was second year.
Yeah, and he never got back. So I tell people,
what NBA player would you compare Dan Marino, like career wise to?
Tracy McGrady.
But T-Mac never got to a final though.
But that's the only thing I can think of that
a player that's like just all the way talented
and never won.
Yeah,
Tracy McGrady, Iverson.
Yeah,
Melo.
Yeah, that's a good one. Ooh boy,
But Melo ever been to the finals?
No.
Melo
Conference finals. He got to the conference finals.
Yeah, Melo.
Yeah, lost to the Lakers.
This for you, Mark. If y'all would have had Eric Weddle instead of Levi Wallace, y'all would have won, Mark. That's from Kinsey.
They won the one they had Desmond Trufant.
Who said that?
Kinsey said that. Yeah.
Hey, Kinsey, if we would have had you instead of Levi Wallace, we would have won.
I don't know why y'all bringing up Levi Wallace now. Look, man,
We was having a positive show.
Yeah,
but let's get back to the GOAT, man. What are y'all gonna remember?
Don't talk to me about that question.
Oh.
Don't talk to me about that question either.
Oh,
yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah,
I forgot. Well, I can't talk about it either. Well,
y'all beat him in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, we did, but still. Shout out to champ Benjamin Watson, man. Still to that day, man. Stole Champ Bailey's 99-yard pick six, man.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask your question.
I mean, obviously we know. Uncle Kev in the comments. We with you, Nick. Tuck Brady.
Man,
that's not a fraudulent slip either.
Yeah, that is the most ridiculous call. You know a call is bad when the people involved didn't even know the rule existed.
True that.
So that's what you gonna remember about Brady.
That's the negative one. I'm thinking of a positive one.
I'm gonna think when I think about Brady, I'm gonna think 33-3.
Which is
his record against Buffalo.
Ouch.
Hey, look on the bright side. Y'all beat them 3 times. I don't think the Raiders ever beat Tom Brady.
Yeah, but look how many times we played him.
That 33-3 is nasty.
He's a menace. Get him out of here.
He was the AFC East menace.
Oh my God, get him out of here, please.
Thanks a lot, Mo Lewis.
But you know something though. There was a time.
Simply Ball Dropping Podcast says Black History Month. No talking about Brady. Hey, we had the Kurt Flood moment to open the show, man.
Hey, look.
Tom Brady
I'm about to say Tom Brady might be invited to the barbecue.
He really is.
Tom Brady might be black.
Yeah, he's from the base, so you never know.
All I need to say is if I'm getting hyphy, I'm that's it.
Paco said his throat. Paco said
avocado martini.
Let's be clear. Giselle is Brazilian.
Oh, he might be black.
Yeah, he might be. Yeah.
Shout out
to Tom Brady.
Giselle is Brazilian. Let's remind people.
Yeah, salute to him.
Yeah.
All right.
Paco said his throw to Moss. Yo,
Which one?
Exactly. Yeah, like what? 21, 50. What?
Yeah.
Imagine being that good in your sport and making all this money and you not making the most money in your house. That must be lovely.
Yeah.
That's the sad part with him. He left New England to get more money. He still ain't the breadwinner in his house.
He's not. Technically, compared to her, he's a stay-at-home dad. He's just having fun right now.
Jill said, "Go get unemployment."
Yeah, she really did. She really did.
But nah.
Paco said all of them in the Super Bowl.
Man, as much as he was a menace to my team, man, it's no way on this earth I can say he wasn't the best quarterback I've ever seen play football.
It's not even close. I don't know how you have a conversation and I say he's the greatest.
And I seen him hoop with the greatest player who ever played basketball too.
That's crazy.
Who, LeBron?
Come on, Nick.
No, I said the greatest player who ever played basketball.
One ain't gonna be.
He hooped when one Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Simply Ball Dropper said Raiders got a new coach. How you feel about that? Oh, we're going to talk about that.
Oh, believe me, that's going to be talked about a little bit later.
Oh, definitely, because we got to talk, because that's going to also intertwine with the big story of the day with coaching.
All right, we can get to.
So let's salute Tom Brady. Enjoy the next. What do you think's next? Before we get to I'm going to go in the NBA, then we'll get back to the NFL, heavy NFL for the rest of the show. Mm-hmm. What do y'all think is next for him?
Quarterback coach for Buffalo.
You know what's next for him?
What's that?
Stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, I think so too. Nothing. He's going to do nothing for the next couple of years.
He has nothing. He doesn't need to do anything but drink more avocado martinis. He's probably going to move to Florida. He enjoys staying in Florida a lot.
Yeah. No state tax. I'm going to say this.
That helps. We got a millionaire wife.
You sure she ain't a billionaire yet?
She might be. She's very close. People forget about how much money Giselle has.
But I think he's going to eventually get into ownership. It's just going to be a matter of time when someone's going to offer him. Yeah, he's going to obviously Paco. He's obviously going to retire. We know he's going to retire as a Patriot. Oh, Giannis is down. That's not good.
He'll be all right.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Here go Trez. All right, Bobby. Okay, Trez. You did this stuff. All right, Trez.
Yeah,
chill.
Bobby don't.
Chill.
Bobby don't play.
Go ask Miritich.
Broke his face.
Still.
Yeah, I thought he all right. He just landed wrong.
Yeah, Giannis said, I'm going to go back and get 50 on his neck. I'm going to go get like 10 straight points on his neck. As soon as I.
Hey, Trez, get in the game against a real center.
Well, Frank Vogel said, that's what Frank Vogel said.
That's the same thing Doc Rivers said, too. Well, he said more than other stuff than that.
So I think eventually, he's going to be an owner. I think he's just waiting on the right. I think he's waiting on the right opportunity. Let's see. Yeah.
I mean, hey, why not?
Why is Bobby Portis mad at that?
That's what I'm saying. What are you mad at? He did nothing wrong. They arms locked up in the middle of the air. Clown.
Everybody just got to be mad about something these days.
Well, I guess he's seen Giannis rolling over on the ground acting hurt, so he probably had to go over there.
Hold me back.
That's what he's there for.
Yeah.
But let's talk some NBA. So, gentlemen, last week, look, it's Tar Heels. It's Tar Heels.
Yeah, I told you he celebrating for Nick, man.
Chill. It's Tar Heels, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It ain't. North Carolina. Stop. But yeah, let's talk. So they did announce the starters for the NBA All-Star game on last Thursday. And once again, one LeBron Raymond James was the leading vote getter. In the West, he will be joined by the reigning MVP Nikola Jokic. First-time All-Star Andrew Wiggins. And then in the backcourt, Steph Curry and another first-time All-Star. Yes, the point guard, Ja Morant. By the way, why isn't Ja Morant in the dunk contest?
He doesn't want to. I'm gonna get into why better players don't go to the dunk contest in a little bit later.
So the East, they had their starters announced. Kevin Durant, leading vote getter for the East. So LeBron and KD for the second straight year are the captains. KD's going to have the guy we're looking at right now, Giannis, Eastern Conference, Giannis, Joel Embiid in the front court. Backcourt, DeMar DeRozan and Trae Young.
Shout out to Trae Young.
They gave him
a flagrant?
Of course.
Wow.
Of course.
That's because that's Giannis.
Yeah, it's a superstar call, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I've seen Montrezl Harrell over there off of.
Paco said. Oh yeah, Paco said he need that Will video. We forgot. We get it to you, Paco. Don't trip.
If that was Thanos Antetokounmpo,
What?
Denias, his brother.
Thanos?
yeah, if that was Thanos Antetokounmpo
Or Kostas.
that wouldn't have been the flagrant.
Or Kostas.
Oh, never mind. Nah, I saw Montrezl Harrell off of Manchester and Maine before in a slingshot.
Come on, dude. What you doing?
I'm like,
what
when he
you
was
doing?
with the Clippers, I'm like, what the heck is he doing up over here?
Chilling.
I know what he was doing up over there.
Hanging out with Keith Foss?
Who?
Nah, Keith Foss ain't gonna be over there.
Good point. You're right.
You ain't lying.
Good point. You're right.
I'm
You're right. He's not gonna be over there. That's not his code. That's not his jurisdiction.
And that's one of the NBA players that I'm not gonna speak on.
I saw Keith Foss at the Drew my last time at the Drew. I saw him.
I saw him too.
Yeah. He don't. Yeah. He.
Nope.
I ain't going there.
Well, Area 51. No,
I don't even go Area 51 on that one.
Yeah. Let's just leave that alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously, let's get your thoughts on who made the starters. Obviously, I'm shocked that Andrew Wiggins was named a starter. I knew he was going to be an all-star. I personally would have put Paul George as a starter. I voted for Paul George over Andrew Wiggins.
He's hurt. He wasn't gonna play.
But still, you still vote. You still gonna let the coaches let the league take him out.
Yeah.
People
don't like Paul George.
He's gonna get, and then with the East,
that's literally what it comes down to.
And the East, I had no problem. I heard Barkley saying that they should have gave Zach LaVine They should have gave Zach LaVine,
Who you gonna start over
Trae Young.
No,
I swear Trae Young is almost averaging 30 and 10.
No, there's no way. I'm sorry. I understand how good Zach LaVine is, but on that team, unfortunately, he's the second option. The first option is there. One of the main reasons why they're that good. He's the second reason why they're that good.
Zach LaVine is having.
Lester said Keith Kloss went to his high school.
Zach LaVine is having let me see that Pepsi. Zach LaVine is having a really good year. He deserved to be an all-star.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know about starter.
I don't know if he should be a starter. Yeah. Trae Young deserved that starter spot.
Yeah, I'm like this. The dude's averaging almost 30 and 10. That's all I'm gonna say.
Have y'all seen Joker's numbers this year? 26, 14, and 8.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, he's still not better than Joel Embiid.
Well, you ain't gonna tell me that. I mean, he's still the second best center in basketball. So and then obviously the East. So that's the way. So Barkley thought the East. Well, I want to get your guys' thoughts. The fun part about the All-Star is picking up who we might think would be the reserves. So TNT they does this every year, and they usually pretty much are spot on because obviously they're the host network, so they kind of probably got a pretty much of the post deck. Did you call
the
KCP call bank?
That was a bank shot. That was cold.
So I want to get you guys thoughts on who they think. My Uncle Michael said no, not Paul George. Wiggins is better. Well, of course, you're a Warriors fan. You would say that.
Man, no way in the world.
Wiggins better than who?
Than Paul George.
No, he's not.
Better or what? They play spades?
Yeah, because if the Warriors had Paul George, Jesus.
Did that almost happen?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, that
yeah, this ain't weren't changing Klay Thompson though.
That role that they have for Wiggins
is perfect.
Is perfect for him. So I'm glad he finally
He's not having to worry about the pressure of living up to being a number one
And
pick.
Stephen A. Smith, calling no names.
Well, he's only on there multiple times tonight. Well, we already said, because obviously with the Brady news, we got to talk about something else. Another list he had today.
No. Stephen A. Smith is on call out names for a whole different reason for me.
Don't worry. So he's batting 1,000 tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we may have one of you two may have him for that same exact reason, but I'll talk about that later.
But so like I said, TNT, they usually have a pretty good pulse of who's going to be
That was a 3?
in the All-Star game. So I'm going to get your guys' thoughts on who they think might be the reserves.
All right.
Let's start with the West. Mm-hmm. So they all agree.
Paul George.
So this is Chuck, Shaq, Ernie, Kenny. They all agree Devin Booker, Luka, Rudy Gobert, Draymond Green, Donovan Mitchell, and Chris Paul.
They want him out of Washington, too.
Who?
The one who just started, Dinwiddie.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
The players want him out.
Wow.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. I didn't read the story, but I knew
That's crazy.
Saw that he could be moved by the deadline, which is, by the way, next Thursday.
He might be in L.A.
Nah, Lester, do not go there, man.
Yep.
What?
He's been awfully nice ever since the divorce. Anyway, go ahead.
Come on, Lester, man. Don't get us canceled, man.
No, we're not gonna get canceled. I'm just saying he's been awfully nice since that divorce. But anyway, go ahead.
And then, so that's who they all agree on those. I don't agree on Rudy Gobert as an All-Star. I'm sorry. I know you gotta have some. I get having Donovan Mitchell. I'm with you, but
Wait, Donovan Mitchell's not on there?
no, he has Donovan Mitchell. They have two Jazz. They have they got Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, Draymond Green, and Luka. That's six. That's who the six they agree on.
I'll take Draymond and Gobert off.
I'm taking Gobert off for sure.
I'm taking both. You can take both of them off.
Get both of them out of here.
Okay, so you taking them off. So let me give you who they're set. Who they would complete the 7 with.
Is that Bobby Brown?
Nah.
Oh, never mind.
I'm
about to say my Bobby Brown joke up on the show, but I get us
shut down. Shaq and Ernie said Karl Anthony Towns. Chuck and Kenny said Jaren Jackson Jr.
You can put both of them in there.
Yeah. But Karl Anthony Towns, most definitely. He's very, very good.
You can put both of them in there and take out Rudy Gobert and Draymond Green.
Yeah. Because both of them are better than those two players that are there.
Yeah.
So no Paul George.
Paul George should be there.
I personally,
but he's hurt. I'm not like.
But he's look.
Yeah,
but
I get what you mean though.
You vote. You select them, and then you put the replacement player in. I personally would have put Paul. I take out Rudy Gobert, put Paul George. I get with Draymond, Warriors. Obviously, everyone.
They got 2 representatives already.
Good point. So
if Paul George is healthy, what's his name for sure would be on the bench.
I agree. I want Cat there. So you putting Jaren? So y'all saying Jaren Jackson?
I know one thing though. This is the only year that Andrew.
Oh, don't worry, Kenzie. We're gonna get into that too. Don't trip.
You know that, right?
We're gonna get into that too, Kenzie. Don't trip.
Wiggins is not gonna be able to go to the All-Star ever again.
Why?
Because next year Kawhi come back healthy.
Hopefully.
Nah, Dame not an All-Star this year, Paco.
No, Dame better be able to play. I haven't heard nothing about no Dame time all this year.
Dame will stay home dad too.
Might as well be.
Ouch. All right, so let's go over to the East. All right, so in the East, they agree on 3 players.
This man right here is way underrated. But anyway, go ahead.
Who's that?
Bernard King.
Oh, yes.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know. He was a walking 50.
This might be the game where he had 50.
Which one?
Well, this day, he started off Black History Month, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
So they agree on these 3 guys. I think we all agree on these. Mm-hmm. Darius Garland, Zach LaVine, Jason Tatum.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Well, Garland might be 50-50, but he's very good.
I'm putting Darius Garland.
No, Garland should be in the All-Star.
By the way, I brought this up in the chat. We always talk about how the Knicks missed out on Zion and Ja. Mm-hmm. We can say that now that they missed out on Darius Garland too.
Who they drafted instead of him?
They drafted R.J. Barrett. So the pick, remember,
Get that out of here, goofball.
That's not. They didn't miss out on. That wasn't a bad pick.
It wasn't a bad pick.
It wasn't a bad pick, but
Yeah.
obviously, but you think about it now. We know who the top 3 players in that draft class were. It's still early. It's still early though. But Darius Garland already making an All-Star team is going to be it's crazy.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I understand that he's very good, but he also has some help over there because Jared Allen is no joke. Mobley's no joke over there.
You will hear his name.
And Lauri Markkanen, I can't believe he's actually playing well up over there.
Is Bam going?
I think he missed too many games.
He missed too many games.
But they do have some Miami representation on this list. So
Hey, of course, they better.
All right, so let's go over to who they also think should make the
He's
All-Star team.
very, very good.
Who's that?
Gary Trent Jr.
Gary Trent Jr.
He played a very good game yesterday.
He might be on the trading block.
Clippers. Oh my goodness, he's going to dunk contest.
Not this year.
No,
Yeah.
Pac. Nope.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. He's in the dunk contest.
He's in the dunk contest.
Oh, he gonna win the thing.
Yeah,
That might be the only reason why I watch the dunk contest.
yeah.
Still not watching.
I'm not watching these. I watch highlights.
All right, so as far as the other reserves, so Shaq, Kenny, and Ernie all said James Harden.
Yeah.
Chuck said Fred VanVleet.
Chuck don't. Never mind.
All right. Chuck, Kenny, and Ernie all said Tyler Hero.
What?
I'm dead serious.
So they agreed on Tyler Hero, but everybody was.
And
There was no unanimous agreement on James Harden.
No, and then Shaq said Domantas Sabonis.
He's very good. Bam Adebayo is like the perfect NBA center for today. Like as far as like the guys like about 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah.
He could dribble. He could play in the paint. He could shoot.
And then they got
my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice spin move.
Say, excuse me, TA.
Yeah, I'm going this way. Yeah, he really did. Shaq and Chuck said Jimmy Butler.
yeah.
Well, Shaq, Chuck, and Ernie said Jimmy Butler. And then Kenny said LaMelo Ball.
I agree with Kenny.
I'm going with. I will go with LaMelo Ball, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if he'll go this year.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That block was ridiculous.
I don't know if he'll go this year, but I do think Fred VanVleet deserves some recognition.
He does
for what he does.
We'll see.
Yeah, because he's
Coach vote for the reserves.
He's most definitely keeping Toronto relevant.
And then Shaq and Chuck both said Jared Allen, while Kenny and Ernie said Miles Bridges. Hey, I'm a fan of Miles Bridges, dog.
Yeah, Miles Bridges is
His dunks are crazy, but obviously y'all convinced me Anthony Edwards dunk was last year.
Yeah, that Anthony Edwards dunk was ridiculous.
So I agree on the three: Garland, Levine, and Tatum. Give me James Harden, no duh.
Yeah.
Give me LaMelo.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Jimmy Butler. You got to have someone from Miami.
No, you don't.
They're going to have someone. They have the best record in the league. There's no way they're not having, especially if Spoelstra's coaching the All-Star game.
Hey,
You're putting Jimmy Butler or Tyler Hero.
man, please, Jimmy Butler.
Thank you. And now you go to the last spot. You think of Tyler Hero, Fred VanVleet, Sabonis.
If I got to choose between them two, I'm picking Jimmy Butler.
Well, my last spot goes to LaMelo Ball.
You pick Tyler Hero?
I'm not picking either one of them.
You're not picking no one from Miami.
If anybody, it'd be
It
Bam.
could be Bam.
It'd be Bam. I'm not picking Jimmy or Tyler Hero. They having good years, but I don't know.
They're gonna punish Bam for all the games he missed because of injury. I can tell you that now. Otherwise, he'd be an All-Star.
Man, we'll talk about that later.
He's going to get punished, I'm guarantee you. And Spoelstra's the coach. But he might. But yeah, I got LaMelo going to the All-Star game.
Yeah, I want
I want to see him and oh my God, I want to see him. I got to see him. Hey, Bron, KD, whoever y'all, when y'all make y'all draft, obviously, Ja's going to be selected with the starters. Whoever selects Ja, the other person has to automatically select LaMelo. Do not have them on the same team, please.
Wow, they can throw alleys to each other.
That would be crazy.
Good. Well, golly.
Yo, I think I'll prefer that. That would be
Kenzie
crazy.
said I'm picking Gabe Vincent over before Jimmy and Tyler. What the heck?
Who the hell is that?
He's on the Heat.
I'm just picking. See, that's what I'm saying. They don't necessarily need representation.
But they're going to find some way to get someone on the Heat on there. You can book it.
You got the coach there.
Just that simple.
So,
Hero, yeah, right.
yeah, so that's the way it's going to go. All right, gentlemen. The time has come. Let's talk some NFL. Paco said, "What about Norman? What about Norman? No, Norman Powell.
Man, please.
Come on, Paco. Now, look,
You better saying Scotty Barnes.
no, Anthony Simons would be the person I would pick from Portland. If you're gonna pick someone from Portland, it's Anthony Simons. But no one from Portland's going to the All-Star game.
Portland's done.
All right, gentlemen. Let's go ahead and recap Championship Sunday. What's up?
You can pick Chris Middleton over Jimmy Butler.
Air 51.
By the way, go find the Chris Middleton episode of Sports for You. Why would you do that, man?
Please.
I had to, man. It was funny, man.
Patreon.com/Townhouse Media.
Chris Middleton.
Patreon.com/Townhouse Media.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Nick saw Kenzie, Paco, Caleb Williams going to SC.
Let's go.
Paco at SC, UCLA. Well, now, look.
He's have you exit the building now.
Nah, so let's toss some NFL. Let's recap Championship Sunday. Because we got a lot of NFL topics. Look, we're going to just break down the road to the big game. We're not going to go deep into making picks and all of that. We save that for next week for our Sports for You Super Bowl special. But let's go ahead and talk. Paco said Ohio State. Oh.
They're good. Until it's time to actually win a real game.
You want Urban Meyer back? Kenzie said Chris Middleton. Kenzie said Chris Middleton is the top 5 shooting guard in the league.
Can we mute the comments?
He finna put Kenzie on Area 51.
What?
You finna put Kenzie? You gonna put the comments on Area 51?
Hey, yo.
Are you kidding me?
All right.
So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about. But does this change Nick's stance on SC for the season? No, it doesn't change the stance.
No.
No, they need a year. They need a year with Lincoln Run.
Look, if we go anything past, like, I expect us to have about 3 losses. I think he's gonna bring a lot of talent in, but 3 losses probably because it doesn't always work the first year. It's very rare it works all the way you're supposed to in the first year. So
I agree.
You got to be realistic with it.
It might.
And USC has talent over there. If he can just, get the talent to want to play up over there, then he might be in the game.
So let's go ahead and talk about Championship Sunday.
If I got a black quarterback.
Let's start with the AFC Championship. The AFC Championship.
Bills and Bengals.
With the Cincinnati Bengals and the reigning AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs.
Who picked Bengals?
Who picked the Bengals?
All right, let me get out of here.
Who?
All right, so we got Nick. Hold on, Nick. Let me get these scores up. Nick, John, Kenzie, Shayna, Paco. No, all right. So, no, Mo didn't pick those games last week. All right, so who picked the Cincinnati Bengals was Nick, Lester, and Paco.
Lester said I was cool seeing Burrow get carried away like that after doing the icky shuffle. I mean, I think Joe Burrow might be black, man.
Joe Burrow's blacker than Stephen A. Smith.
Ouch. Jesus. Boy, that could have been a walk-off moment right there.
I was about to walk off.
All right, everybody. See y'all next week.
By the way, Minnesota is killing Denver right now.
As they should.
Shout out to Dolly right there.
Oh, they go Dolly. Have the ball.
Yeah. So let's talk about this first. Let's talk about this game. Then we'll get into the NFC Championship. I sent the text. Mark sent the text. I think we all thought once Kansas City got up 21-3, we thought this game was curtains. Then
A friendly reminder that I sent in the group message was
Buffalo defense is sorry.
well, that too. But friendly reminder was this is the same exact predicament that they were in last time. The same exact predicament.
Kenzie, don't start that crap, man. We'll talk. We'll get into the NFC in a minute. Chill out. Save it. Let's stick with the AFC first.
Man, don't get me started with that.
Man, come on, dude.
Yeah, we'll explain what happened in that game.
Yeah, Jimmy G. But
One-star Jimmy.
yeah. So anyway, and then Samaj P. Ryan takes a 40-yard carry to the house, and I think this all turned at the end. Yeah, you were right. You said the game ain't over yet too, Shane. I get it. You were right.
Shout out to the champ.
Yeah. And it all changed at the end of the first half when Patrick Mahomes throws a bubble screen to Tyreek Hill, and the Bengals have a goal line stance.
Shout out to Eli Apple, who was getting torched that whole first half.
And he made pretty much what probably was the momentum-changing play.
That play broke Mahomes' spirit for some apparent reason. He was not the same after that play happened. Shout out to the Bengals coaching staff.
Kenzie said, yeah, they got robbed by Jimmy G. Oh, no worry, we're going to get into the NFC. Don't worry. We got a lot to say about that.
They didn't get robbed by, never mind.
And
oh, my Lord.
Of course, Paco said former Buckeye. That's right. But the second half was all Joe Burrow and this Bucs offense and that defense was big time making plays.
Hey, look.
And came back and took the lead. And by the way, Money McPherson.
I'm not calling him that.
Well, they call him Shooter. They call him Shooter McPherson. Remember how they do?
I'm calling him.
Their kicker?
They call him Shooter McPherson.
I'm calling him Evan.
Saying kickers can't have nicknames, huh?
If Justin Tucker got no nickname, then he doesn't deserve one.
Good point. He's like the best kicker. He's the best kicker ever, almost. Think about it. Think about his numbers. They almost up there with Vinatieri's. If you go look at his numbers, are probably almost up there with Vinatieri's.
I'm being biased, but look. You already know. You already know I got best kicker of all time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Seabass. But
that's what I was going with.
Janikowski?
Yeah.
Either Janikowski or Vinatieri.
Yeah, they was always money.
But
leading scorer in Raiders history.
They came back.
Is it kicker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was there. Remember, he was a first-round draft pick.
Him was a first-round pick, and Shane Lechner, the punter, was a second-round pick. That was crazy.
No, crazy ain't the word for it. Idiotic is the word for it.
But he ended up being your number one scorer.
Man, I don't give a damn.
Oh, sorry.
You ain't taking no kicker in the first round.
I ain't taking no kicker in no first round.
Sorry.
But on to the what the Bengals did was just ridiculous.
Can I just say this?
What's that?
Watching this game made me even more mad than I was last week.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, and you know something? You should be.
Because y'all should have won.
Y'all really should have won.
Y'all should have.
There was no reason in the world that y'all should have lost that game.
They scored 21 in the first half, huh? And they finished with 24?
They didn't score again until overtime. Oh. Well, no, not overtime. The game, the kick to go to overtime. Mm-hmm. They held that offense to 3 points.
Nope.
The whole second half.
Nope. Leslie Frazier got to go now.
And y'all got a better defense. If Eli Apple
the number one defense.
was able,
who had the number one defense?
Listen, stop saying that. You know Marcus upset every time you say
that. Sorry, man.
Listen, if Eli Apple was somehow, some way can figure out a way to do something against Tyreek Hill, I'm agreeing with you. Get Levi Wallace up out of here. I have to agree with you because Eli Apple is terrible. Shout out to his mom. I don't know if y'all seen the video or not.
Eli Apple?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't she drop him off at training camp when he was with the Giants?
Yeah, that's what it was. Let me see something. Area 51. All right, back to
Annie Apple was her name.
Damn.
Annie, are you okay?
Annie, are you okay?
Yeah, that video was scandalous. She ain't got to do it like that.
But the game was crazy. I'm listening. Obviously, I'm on my way back from the base, so I'm listening to the call on the radio, and I'm like, "Yo, what is going on here,
man?"
And then it went to overtime. I was like, "This is really going to happen again, huh?"
Yeah.
And the Chiefs won the coin flip.
This goes back to our point last week. Play defense.
Good point.
The point was proven with this game. Make a stop.
First play of overtime when they get the ball.
13 seconds.
And what happened? Jesse Bates, by the way, very underrated safety.
He might be one of the him and your boy might be some of the best safeties in the league. They for sure in the top 5.
Definitely.
Oh shit, y'all boy too.
Who?
What you call it? It's not Pointer.
Michael Hyde.
Yeah.
I think we got the best duel.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. When it comes to safeties, no doubt.
Yeah.
It used to be the Bears, but y'all got them up out of here.
Don't talk to me about people saying I'm talking about Justin Simmons ain't a Pro Bowler when he was second team All Pro. But yeah, they can make the play.
That's because people like Honey Badger's name.
Yeah.
Even though he can't cover either.
By the way, Boston College put out Justin Simmons 1 year and then John Johnson the third the following year. They both went in the third round.
Didn't Alabama have Landon Collins and Amos?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
But anyway. So
that's really ridiculous.
The Bengals, they get the ball. Joe Mixon, by the way, baller.
I don't care. Yeah, look.
I know people don't. We all know what his history was.
She had it first,
but he got that. He got that carry, got them in field goal range, and then Evan McPherson sent them to SoFi in 2 weeks. Joe Burrow, and I'm gonna say this: don't tell me a quarterback don't change fortunes for a franchise. This was the worst team in football 2 years ago.
They won 2 games.
They had the number 1 pick. This was the same team that had A.J. Green and Andy Dalton, couldn't win a playoff game under Marvin Lewis. Zach Taylor comes in there and he has them in the Super Bowl in his third year as a head coach. The McVay tree's looking real nice right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's starting to look like it's the Kyle Shanahan tree.
I don't think Taylor was under Kyle Shanahan.
I know, but when you start factoring everybody, oh my goodness, you start breaking everything down, figuring out where players come from. You part of that coaching tree. He's part of the Shanahan coaching tree somehow.
Well, McVay definitely is part of the Shanahan tree.
I think he was a tight end coach.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
And now he's one of the top coaches in the NFL. Go figure. Grind. He was just a grinder. And Joe Burrow, you look what they've done. They get Joe Burrow, you get T. Higgins that same draft.
That's a very, very underrated pick.
And then obviously Joe Burrow has the knee injury. He comes back. You get Jamar Chase in the first round, which Mark said,
Mark.
Even though me and Nick argued strongly for them to take Penei Sewell.
I think I had changed from Penei Sewell to them getting Kyle Pitts. I think at one point I had switched from that. Which, oh my God.
Pick me.
Go ahead.
So you would have had Kyle Pitts and CJ Uzomah at tight end, huh?
Didn't Kyle Pitts have 1,000 yards this year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you would have had, instead of, he would have been the number 1 receiver.
You couldn't have been wrong with either one of those picks, but you most definitely picked the one that your quarterback has the connection with already.
He made the right pick. By the way, that's why Jamar Chase is going to be the subject of something that was said that has a certain person on calling out names later. That's Miles. Yeah. Let's talk about the losers, and then we'll go back to the winners after we talk the games. The Chiefs, man. So Andy Reid, 4 straight years, you don't play a playoff game on the road, and you only make it to 2 Super Bowls.
That's not no small feat though.
So shock what he did with the Eagles.
All the years they made to the NFC Championship.
Except he won up over there with the Chiefs.
So
only difference.
Patrick Mahomes, you have Hill, you got Travis Kelce, your boy McCole Hartman.
Who's turned into a real weapon for him.
Yes, he is.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then obviously they need to fix the defense for real. Obviously Chris Jones. Outside Chris Jones, who
move to defensive tackle? That would help a lot instead of him playing defensive end. Clowns.
Exactly what he is.
Steve Spagnuolo, what the hell is wrong with you? You're smarter than that.
I was thinking a guy who coached Michael Strahan would know when a good defensive tackle when he sees one.
He had Michael Strahan. He had Justin Tuck. He had Matthias Kiwanuka. He had O.C. Umenyiora.
Spags.
All them on the same team.
And yet you play Chris Jones, who's probably one of the 5 best defensive, probably one of the 2 best.
Wait, time out. Think about that's why that pass rush was so crazy. All of them were good pass rushers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's why they stopped the Patriots from going undefeated.
That's his claim to fame.
Lester said, I don't think Tyrann Mathieu was at 100%. They cleared him.
They cleared him.
He had a concussion. He didn't have a nagging injury. He had a concussion.
And he's leaving and going to the Raiders.
If he was still seeing stars, they wouldn't have had him on the field. Tony Badger to the Raiders?
Yep. He gonna replace Jonathan Abrams.
We'll see.
I just saw something today, and it has nothing to do with those two teams. Like Michael said, Chet, I'd say it when we get closer to off football, but so don't be surprised if this happens. So
okay. But
Kirk Cousins to the Broncos.
Stop that! Almost made me choke, man. Chill, Paul.
What?
Come on, man.
Hey, yo.
We are not putting Kirk Cousins and Brock on orange. No. I don't need those problems.
Yo, that was crazy.
Hey, there's a reason why our GM came from Minnesota and he went and got Teddy Bridgewater first.
Y'all could afford him faster.
Lester said, I think Bosa. Oh no, we're gonna get into your Niners next, Lester. Don't trip.
Man, I care about that race. Go ahead.
But anyway, right, facts.
If he was playing against a black quarterback, he'd have more sense.
He probably would have.
Anyway, go ahead.
Well, so what does this mean for where do the Chiefs go from here?
Nowhere. Just I mean, y'all just went to. There's nothing to improve.
Four straight in AFC championships, two back-to-back trips to the Super Bowl.
This is what the Chiefs need to do. The Chiefs need to hope that nobody in the AFC West gets better. That's the only thing I can say for them.
Good point.
Because the thing is, if you really look at the AFC West, every team got better this year.
Oh, Kyrie's playing.
Every team got better this year. The Raiders got better. Obviously, you went to the playoffs. Y'all got better.
Yes.
Y'all played very well considering y'all really didn't have no quarterback.
We had the number 3 defense in the NFL. And if we had a quarterback, we would have a better than a 7-10 record.
I agree.
And I don't think Vic Fangio gets fired, to be honest, because he did actually have and I
don't think he should have got fired.
I mean, let's be clear. Y'all know I was Vic Fangio's biggest critic for these last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But something clicked this year.
Towards the end of the season.
Obviously, not trying to say it had to do with Von Miller getting traded, yes, but when you have now that presence, and I love V, but I'm saying, but now players felt we can
have some fun. Maybe he was the old guy in the group.
Probably.
Y'all should have kept Shaq Barrett.
Don't get me started, dude. Because obviously
I didn't like that move when y'all did it.
Yeah, well, I didn't either because obviously Bradley Chubb tore his ACL that same season. We had Shaq Barrett, Von Miller, and DeMarcus Ware, and Bradley Chubb. Well, obviously DeMarcus retired.
Well, y'all had Shane Ray.
Yeah, that was a wasted pick. He had a good 2 years.
No, he didn't.
Well, he was a situational pass rusher.
He was in the wrong situation.
By the way, Missouri. Missouri really. Everyone thought Missouri was supposed to be the pass rusher factory because of him, Coney Ealy, and Michael Sam.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, none of those are in there.
Man, never mind. Never mind.
Nope.
Alden
Come
Smith.
on.
Don't go there.
So
NFC.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm about to go there.
Yep.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's slow down.
Yeah,
Slow down,
bro.
man.
Yeah. I'm about to shut the whole block down.
You already in hot water for other things, man. Don't go there, man.
Sorry, Candace. I said sorry.
NFC Championship game. Rivalry renewed. The San Francisco 49ers at SoFi versus the Los Angeles Rams. In this game, obviously, the focus of this game really started being what was going on off the field and not on the field, which was getting pretty annoying after a while. I was ready. Let's just watch the game.
What was you talking about?
The whole Niner takeover thing. By the way, shout out to my tax lady today that she was there. She said there was on the Oculus, the screen, they have video of the Niners fans walking out the stadium and basically waiting at the elevator after Garoppolo threw the pick.
Good.
Shut up, Paco. That's not my.
Look,
That is a squad.
Yeah,
That's why he was happy with that.
Nah, man, chill.
Hey, but look though,
Even
Just because they wear blue does not mean they're my squad, man. Chill.
even with that, the restrictions they tried to take over, it was still more 49er fans in that stadium than the Rams fans.
I think people need to understand this. That is a national brand. And you really think people in San Francisco weren't going to take a 45-minute flight to L.A.?
No, it's not about them flying out here. It's about them.
the fans are already out here.
Yeah,
Them mostly.
they wasn't trying to let people outside of certain zip codes buy tickets.
So let me explain for people who don't understand what Mark is saying. Shout out to Jamie in the house. This is what he was saying.
Jay, what up, dog?
Yeah, so we got,
Congratulations.
yeah.
Hey, Jay, you got two other Rams fans around here.
Jay, chill.
One
Mark. Jay.
one of them John, the other one Shayna. Don't worry about it.
You said three of y'all say everyone said Bass is a Rams fan.
But Bass not in here, so
Topic, Mark. But anyway, but obviously I watch NFL Network. You saw the Niner game flags and all that stuff. But let's get to the game. The first quarter, donut. So both defenses came to play, especially when Stafford throws that red zone intersection right at the 1.
that was crazy.
All right, yeah, now you done woke Shane up now. So, but let me say this. Like I said, the Rams usually, and Jamie and Shane will tell you, the 49ers pretty, they go goon squad on the Rams whenever they play.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this: they held their own, and I want to, and you gotta think, Deebo Samuel probably had a lot to do with that, because after they got that touchdown, when Stafford's first touchdown to Cooper Kupp, and Deebo took, and I'm listening in the car, and I'm assuming this, and y'all can tell me because y'all was watching the game. Did he take a bubble screen to the house, pretty much?
Yeah.
And then they said Aaron Donald basically went off on the entire defense on the sideline.
Oh yes, he did. And you know what happened after that? They were smacking the hell out of him in that whole game. He was getting hit hard.
By the way, the Knicks got hit was legal, and that's the only way you're going to stop Deebo.
No, it was legal. That was
a legal hit all the way. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It was just it was a hard hit. It was textbook. It was what you would teach.
Well, they picked up the flag, so they didn't call nothing. It was just a dumb throw by Jimmy G.
Yeah.
But that
You don't put your number one receiver in harm's way like
that's
that.
quarterback 101.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Never mind.
And then obviously, you had the Kittle. He had a couple plays. He got the touchdown. And let me say this: so at halftime, it's 10-7, and then Kittle gets the touchdown in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Sean McVay, in his tenure with the Rams, do you know what his record is when he's trailing in double digits in the second half?
What's the record?
All time. 1-23.
Damn.
So then you have the fourth quarter, and you have the flea flicker. First of all, Matthew Stafford, where were you throwing that pass to?
You thought he was in Detroit still?
By the way, that's the reason why cornerbacks aren't receivers. Because if it was a receiver, they would have caught that. If Tark catches that, that's game. Almost.
I'm not gonna say it's game.
I'm not gonna say it's
not
game.
game.
But
Okay.
it looks very ugly if he gets that.
But that momentum shift is with the 49ers.
And you gotta believe Tark. And let me say this: Tark he played a good game.
He did.
So that one interception, I can't get mad at him for not missing it. Well, yeah, but
you can.
That was right in his hand. He's supposed to catch that. I'm sorry.
That's the reason why he's a safety.
It don't matter.
No,
That's the reason why he's a safety.
It's also a reason why you can pay to play defense.
That's true.
That's
Diggs would have caught that.
You can, who?
Diggs would have caught that.
Levi wouldn't even been there.
But, and then I think the game shifted. My Uncle Mike says that Jimmy G needs to go. Yeah, don't worry, we'll get to that.
Go straight to the Broncos.
Stop saying that. Watch, Shayna gonna come with a porn star Jimmy reference in a minute.
What?
She called it.
Sean is a fool.
Watch, she gonna say it. She texted me like,
Yo,
Go to Air 51.
yeah.
hold on.
Well, you was thinking it, so. But anyway, the flea flicker. The bubble screen. Pause.
Yo, John, you a wild boy.
Patreon.com/townhouse.
They didn't need the Patreon for that comment.
Still.
Nah, everybody heard it.
Still. Promotion. But the flea flicker to Blanton. And obviously that set up the Cooper Kupp touchdown. And then the defense just got going. Matthew Stafford, 43 fourth quarter comebacks.
Yeah, that's what he do.
So, and then the defense just got going, and obviously Jimmy G just couldn't. He just couldn't, man.
I mean, that's what he's been doing all playoffs.
But just couldn't?
I mean, but you ain't
Look,
got to
people say what they want. They talk about the Niners record when Jimmy G's the quarterback. But if you look at their games, he doesn't really win you a game. He does what don't get me wrong, he does what he's supposed to. Mm-hmm. You know, he gets you the W. But if it's in a predicament where Jimmy G has to win you the game, that's not the predicament you want to be in.
That's what the Rams did, dog. To stop the 49ers, the Rams focused on the run. The 49ers only had 50 yards rushing.
By the way, Mark, North Carolina's going to overtime in Louisville. What's going on in the world? Didn't they just fire their coach?
Louisville?
Yes, they just fired. Chris Mack just got fired last week.
I thought you told me North Carolina fired Hubert Davis.
No, they didn't.
No, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
I'm not going to let you even do that to yourself right now.
All right. Anyway, they stopped the run, dog. So when you
Holiday?
they sent me those?
Yeah, those are kind of flawed. You know, I think ultimately happened.
When you stop the run and you make Jimmy G beat you,
yeah,
there's a good chance he won't beat you.
And that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah. Don't forget all the Jimmy G's biggest games were won by Tom Brady. But
yeah, he has 2 Super Bowls because of Tom Brady.
And if you really think about it, the 49ers lost to Kansas City because he couldn't make the throw.
Instead of Jimmy Garoppolo, they would have won 2 Super Bowls by now.
Wow. They would at least been in this one.
He said they for sure would have won the one against
Kansas City.
Yeah, he said that was one. He said if we had anybody with any type of competence at quarterback, we would have won that game.
Paco said Trey Lance should have started the third quarter. No. Don't do
What?
that. Don't do that. Don't do that to that kid, man.
No, he would have got killed out there.
Don't do that to that kid.
Nope.
Said not using
It's
Debo on
not-
the.
No.
But you
Josh said this. Mark.
What's that?
What Lester's saying, not using Debo in the fourth, and then not using Kittle either.
They eliminated him. Look, this is what it came down to. That it was the same thing with the Chiefs game and the Bengals. That was an X's and O's game. Both coaching staffs that were losing or keeping the game close, they figured out something and they made the proper adjustments, and that's how the teams won. They figured they weren't going to let Debo and Kittle kill them all game.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is just me watching this game.
Mm-hmm.
Kittle and Debo, they stopped going to him because once you shut down the run, you can't. You have to. If you're defense, you have to let Jimmy G beat you. Jimmy G's not going to do it. He can't beat. He's not going to win a game for you.
Nope.
Now, if you'd have put Matt Stafford over there, you would have seen Debo and Kittle's stats would have been a complete different thing. To me, it's that quarterback. Like once you stop that run, because that's what the 49ers want to do. They want to punch you in the face. They want to run. The Rams have them to 50 yards. Dog, Jimmy G has to beat you at that point.
Look, it came down to the physical team got out muscled.
Yeah,
Like
Crazy.
in all actuality, like Frisco is most definitely the more physical team than the Rams.
Lester said they had Ayuk, Jennings, Q-Check. Look, man.
No, they also had Jimmy G.
And Raheem Morris just pitched a good game, man. You just got to give it to
Yeah,
him.
give it to him.
No, you got to give it, and that's why I like what Will said. Will said, man, that was just a good game. You know, what I'm
Raheem
saying?
Morris
It was. And shot to Aaron Donald.
The boy 99 showed up, man. And obviously they
For the
get
people that say he never shows up against the 49ers.
By the way, best player in the NFL still.
Some people say he might be the best defensive tackle of all time.
Yeah, like Max Kellerman. I'm saving that for calling out names too.
Reggie White played the tackle too, right?
Warren Sapp did too as well.
Actually, Reggie White was a defensive end.
Okay, but
But he did play defensive tackle for like 2 years. But he basically played defensive end. Yeah, Reggie White wasn't no. Shout out to Reggie White, R.I.P. to the legend.
Vol Nation. Greatest, outside of Peyton, the greatest player to come out of Tennessee. Might argue he's the greatest player to come out of Tennessee, to be honest.
I'm about to say,
Candace Parker.
Football.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Nick, my bad.
Bruh.
Why y'all trying to get?
Yeah. Mark trying to give me say something, get a show
Come on,
cast.
man. Really? Come on, man. Come on. I know we
Mark
got
crazy.
Come on, fam.
My bad, man. My bad.
But
That did kind of ruin my childhood, though.
Yo. The inside jokes in here is crazy.
A lot about the front.
Oh, Blake Griffin.
All right, Blake.
oh, he can still dunk.
Yeah, he not with Detroit no more.
Oh wow! So Malcolm Mike said the Rams was the better team that day. Lester said, I also don't understand how Cup gets open so much. Donald showed up on that pick. Yeah,
I know why. Because he know how to run routes.
Mark, Nick on that Tremana, and then Kenzie, man, stop!
What'd he say?
Nope.
I'm not reading that.
Man, hey, look, Kenzie.
Stop, man.
Where did you say? What made you say that the Niners got robbed? What they get robbed of?
They got robbed because Jimmy G's their quarterback. That's why they got robbed. So the Rams win. And obviously, and speaking of Jimmy G, he only lost it in Jimmy G fashion. After the Matt Gay field goal to give him the lead, that was the most boneheaded interception. Carson Wentz, interception.
No, that was the Kyler Murray.
It really was, right?
It was the hook shot.
Man, I ain't know Kareem played football.
Hey, look, and for the people that said the dude should have caught the ball, shut up.
Man,
he should have. Look, he shouldn't even been in a predicament to even have to even catch that. Talking about he should have caught that. No,
man, no,
I hate that being a 2-minute offense with Jimmy G.
I mean, come on, dude. Y'all really think 2 delayed games not called? Look, Lester, I feel you.
Oh no, it was a couple of delayed games the Rams got away with.
By the way, Sean McVay.
They go worse than Kansas City's getting away with.
By the way, Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. Had I not won this game, they're gonna go back to you challenging that 4th down that Stafford was stopped at that 4th and 1 that they stopped Stafford on. Mm-hmm. Because that was their final timeout. They lost their final timeout.
Man.
And you gotta say Stafford to go basically 9 minutes with no timeouts to go no huddle, pretty much the whole 4th quarter.
Man, Matthew Stafford, look, that's the reason why they brought him up over there. Look,
so now,
a lot of people forget how good Matthew Stafford really is.
But just look how close it was to switching. He was that close to going to San Francisco instead of the Rams.
that's crazy, right?
Frisco, y'all should have pulled the trigger. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Come on, Kenzie, man.
There's no, what do you say?
Cornstar Jimmy should have just went back to his roots and paused, man. Pause, man.
We gotta do something for our commenters because our commenters be going crazy.
Man, what is going on? I get it.
Put the comments in Area 51 in a minute.
Exactly.
Kenzie over here tripping.
So
Kenzie for sure going to come up here one day.
Yeah. Shout out to Kenzie.
So now let's talk about the Niners. Their season now. The question is, what happens with Jimmy Garoppolo? The reports today that there are stop saying that. Wow, Lester said Kyle Shanahan shot away like the coach from the Water Boy in the clutch. Wow,
hey, he does that a lot too. If we want to talk about coaches that, and I'm gonna have to put somebody else on there. They say Sean McDermott do the same thing.
Look, all I know is he was the offensive coordinator of a team in the Super Bowl that was up 28-3 against Tom Brady, and he decided to not run the ball.
Mm-hmm. And they was up also on the Chiefs the 4th quarter.
Yeah,
Super Bowl 54.
And he was also up on the Rams 17-7 going into the 4th. Anyway, go ahead.
So now the question is, where does Jimmy G go from here? Obviously, there's reports that his agent in the 49ers are trying to work out him a trade, and no, it's not going to be the Broncos. No.
Yeah, it could be. But
no, man, there are other quarterbacks we need to prioritize before James Garoppolo. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins.
Neck, no.
Tyrod Taylor.
No. Don't ever in life. No, ever in life, dude. No. Come on, man.
Sorry.
Why would I want that?
Y'all trying to get Aaron Rodgers. That's what y'all trying to do.
Dang, Skippy.
I can see Jimmy G going to New Orleans.
You think Dennis Allen can get that job?
The New Orleans job?
I think he should get some consideration. Even though he was trash as our head coach, but we were trash on that time. Can't do nothing about that.
Tampa, Washington. Well,
Jimmy G is not going to Washington. Tampa Bay.
No way. Bruce Arians will retire if they trade for Jimmy G.
He might retire next year.
He might retire when him and AB had that fade.
I think he might beat AB up.
I don't think so.
He might got that old man strength.
AB might be suing.
AB's a what?
He gonna be suing.
Oh, I thought you said it's a Sooner.
He went to Central Michigan.
He going back to Oklahoma?
He went to Central Michigan.
Anyway, yeah. So I think the 49ers, they just need to. If you put a capable quarterback in that position, I'm not saying they easily beat the Rams, but I think that goes a different. That game goes a different way.
If the 49ers had Matthew Stafford,
yeah,
they would be in the Super Bowl.
That's crazy, right? Now. How crazy is that?
I think the dope thing about Matthew Stafford was he was pretty much in a predicament where no matter what team he went to, he had a possibility of going to the Super Bowl.
And if Buffalo would have had John instead of Levi Wallace, would have been in the Super Bowl.
Dang, that's cold.
You could have been playing. Could have been our defensive coordinator. All right, enough about Buffalo.
But yeah, so obviously now the future is Trey Lance.
Is it?
And then they got to figure out they want to get a deal done with Debo as well.
Kyrie.
Obviously, Kittle's coming back. Obviously, Trent Williams is not going anywhere. You hope they keep Trent Williams. Is obviously if you're gonna.
If they let Trent Williams leave, they'll be idiots. He's the best left tackle in football.
So, yeah, I think that would be what's going – so, I think the 49ers, they're going to have an interesting offseason because obviously it all depends on who they trade Jimmy Garoppolo to. Obviously, they probably get like a third or a fourth back or something.
They literally have
Kansas said if the Niners had Josh Allen, they win easily against the Rams.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
Well, obviously, they could have had him, but the Bills were the 2 picks ahead of them. They took Mike McGlinchey, the tackle.
Not bad pick.
Is it? Nah.
Sure.
And obviously, by the way, the talks of their coordinators, D'Amico Ryans, Mike McDaniel, they've been up for coaching interviews. Obviously, they're saying that Mike McDaniel could be a finalist for the Dolphins, and we're going to get into that. D'Amico Ryans, he's declined. He's officially withdrew his name from consideration for the Vikings job. He said he wants to keep polishing his craft with the Niners.
Yeah, as he should.
Yeah, so, but yeah.
That's what Brian Flores should have did with Buffalo, but too bad nobody go hire him, man.
So now let's go to the coaching carousel, and then we'll get back to the teams who.
I think one team that may hire him.
So and then we'll get to the teams, obviously, who on how they got to the game. Well, let's get there. The road these two teams got here, the Bengals. You get Joe Burrow last year, T. Higgins last year. Obviously, this year you get Jamar Chase. Zach Taylor comes over from the Rams after 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And now, 3 years later, they're back in the Super Bowl for the first time since '88. They look like a legit franchise finally. Lester said, "Just let Jimmy go. Don't worry about the trade." Now they gotta find a partner for him. He's got 1 more year left on his contract.
They ain't about to just release him.
They're not finna take a $16 million cap hit for Jimmy Garoppolo.
No way in the world.
And now look what they go. Obviously, Burrow gets hurt his rookie year. And then he comes back, plays a full season. They win the AFC North. And as a 4 seed, they're in the Super Bowl. Yo, shout out to CNM. Shout out to CMH Money Driven Entertainment. Shout out. So, yeah, it was. They have something building. Now they gotta protect Joe Burrow. And obviously they can't do that this year, so we know that in the offseason the priority is going to be O-line, his O-line help.
I have one thing to say.
What's that?
If the 49ers are actually stupid enough to not keep Trent Williams, Bengals, there's your left tackle right there.
Move Jonah Williams over to right tackle, and there you go.
Yep, just that simple. Just that simple. Problem solved. Just that fast.
I hope the Niners ain't that stupid.
The Niners go keep him.
I don't know. Kyle Shanahan is kind of dumb.
But John Lynch, man, John Lynch can be.
Yes, he can.
And then there's the NFC champion, the Los Angeles Rams.
Should have dropped Sean Watson. Go ahead.
Wow. You look at where they were last year. They They get to the Super Bowl, and Lester said Trent's not going anywhere.
They better hope.
They get to the Super Bowl on the 1-year anniversary of the day they traded for Matthew Stafford. This is what they made all these huge trades for: trading for Matthew Stafford, trading for Jalen Ramsey, trading for Von Miller, signing Odell Beckham Jr. as a free agent in the middle of the season. And now he's looking like Odell Beckham Jr., by the way. Stay tuned for calling out names on that as well.
Hurry up.
Yeah. But, yeah, this is good. This is going to be a good Super Bowl. All right. So let's get to this big story today. So Brian Flores, former coach of the Miami Dolphins, who a lot of people thought, obviously we all agreed he was unfairly fired.
Yeah, when we found out why.
And thought he'd be easily one of the coaches who would be hired this year. But now, it came out this afternoon. He has filed a lawsuit against the NFL, and specifically has named 3 teams in this lawsuit. The team he worked for, the Miami Dolphins, the New York Giants, and my Denver Broncos. Not a good day for the Broncos, because obviously the news just came out today that they're up for sale.
Are you kidding me?
So, in this lawsuit, he's filing that there's racial discrimination, that he was basically brought in as a token interview. In the case with the Dolphins, Stephen Ross was offering him 6 figures to tank games
For Tua.
so they can get the number 1 pick, and they still ended up with Tua at 6 with the Giants. It comes out that there was a text message exchange between him and his former coach, Bill Belichick. We're getting there, Kenzie.
I think Bill Belichick did that on purpose.
And Bill Belichick congratulating him, saying, but he was like, I don't interview till Thursday. And he was saying he was sending the text to Mark's OC, former OC, Brian Daboll, who's now the head coach of the New York Giants.
Y'all think that text message thing is real?
I think that Bill Belichick knew what he was doing.
What team did Bill Belichick start his career off with?
Giants.
Okay. And then my Broncos. So we had a meeting with him, and he claims that John Elway, who was our GM at the time, and our CEO, current CEO, Joe Ellis, came to the meeting pretty much drunk. And basically, he knew he was a token interview, because the next day we hired Vic Fangio. Not to be reminded, and I'm not defending the Broncos or anything. We did just fire a black coach in Vance Joseph.
So, Area 51.
Yeah. Wow. Patreon.com/House Media. Lester said it even happens in college. If Notre Dame isn't even going to, I'm afraid Notre Dame is even going to do that to our new coach.
Notre Dame sucks. Go ahead.
No, Lester. No, Paco. Bill Belichick started his coaching career with the New York Giants. He was the DC for Bill Parcells.
And that crazy defense.
Yeah. How many dudes? By the way, so Belichick coached the best defensive player of the year, player of all time, and the best quarterback of all time, and the second best receiver. Okay. Some argue the greatest tight end. I mean, I'll still take Tony Gonzalez, but some people say Gronk, but that's not me.
Okay. I don't know about Gronk being the greatest, but he ain't too far away.
So now the question is, what happens? So I want to say this, and we got to get real candid, so we'll get your guys' thoughts in the comments. If Brian Flores is going to take this lawsuit and he knows that he's risking his career, you got to take it to the max. Don't settle, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to settle so they can get you another job.
Don't pull Kaepernick.
Oh, don't go Kaepernick?
Don't settle. If you settle, cut the beat. You better not sign no damn NDA.
Like Kaepernick. Go to Area 51?
Don't sign no. You better not sign no NDA.
Kaepernick.
Are you gonna be just like Colin Kaepernick or Eric Reed?
Didn't even want to play.
Don't want to. You better not sign no NDA. If you're gonna take this lawsuit, you need to do it for the next coach and not do it for yourself.
It's gonna hold a lot of weight for him because of the simple fact of he's not. It's like what I said. He's not a bad coach.
No.
So that's the whole thing. Like I told people even when the Kaepernick situation. He could have still had a job. He could have went to Denver, but he didn't want to take a pay cut.
Just had won the Super Bowl.
But you said no. I'm gonna go get my money. Something you really could have done anyways if you would just went up over there and played well.
You have to keep talking.
So, yeah. So here comes now. The situation is now.
This really irks me every time they come on. Go ahead. Y'all just keep talking.
So this story is now took over the story the day was supposed to be Tom Brady's retirement. So like I said, if Brian Flores really is serious about this lawsuit, you cannot throw in the white flag. I've been saying that forever.
I've been telling people that, but they say, I don't support my people if I say something like that.
I
got into an argument on no rules about that. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say it again. If this is serious and you're gonna take this lawsuit if you gonna pursue this litigation, you better not settle, and you better not sign no NDA. Area 51.
Yo, I hope that, like you said, he doesn't take the little BS plea bargain. Nah, go all the way there, because the thing is, eventually somebody has to be like, enough is enough.
No, they don't.
That's true.
No, they don't. At the end of the day, this is their business.
That is true.
Area 51 again, real quick. Sorry, everybody.
Facts.
Yeah, that's real. So,
sorry, guys.
You good?
So I'm looking at the comments. Sorry, see. So Paco said, I support Brian. Oh, Kenzie said, I'm taking Antonio Gates as my tight end every day of the week and twice on Sunday. He's nice, man. Well, I ain't taking him over. Kenzie was a Charger fan.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Better say Antonio Gates or something.
Paco said, it's wrong what happened, and it's stupid that this happens. I bet more than we know. Oh, definitely. There's going to be more stuff coming out in the next couple of days. Just stay tuned. That's why the Niners are struggling now. They don't want to succeed until they do right by. Shut.
What? What did they do wrong? They did nothing wrong.
Nope.
They did nothing wrong. What did they do that was wrong?
Tell me what they did that was wrong.
Okay, I understand like how you said the whole stance with the kneel and everything. Okay,
goes to the cops.
But as far as everything else, Kaepernick didn't want to play. Come on, man. That's just
call a spade a spade.
Pretty much. Like if he really wanted to play, he had numerous opportunities to play.
He settled and signed an NDA.
Then he played everybody with somebody he was going to do his own, do a workout. Then tells everybody 30 minutes before the time starts, everybody's already there. I'm an hour and a half on the other side of town.
Brian Flores, I say this again. If you're willing to lose your career, you better take this to the max. But if you're not, end it now. Mm-hmm. Don't waste people's time. Because this is going to be the story for the next 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah, and join the Raiders. Go with your boy Josh McDaniels.
Yes, Lester. He got his girl basically called Steve Bisciotti and Ray Lewis, compared them to DiCaprio and Samuel L. Jackson and Django. Said he was a slave owner in a house.
Wait, who said that?
Cap's girl. About Cap's girl.
Wait, that's why. Area 51.
Yeah. That just had to be technical.
Yeah. So,
sure. Go ahead.
I'm just saying this is take go win, coach. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I hope you win your case. Don't get me wrong. But like you said, if you don't go there, you got to go all the way there. You can't back down against him.
What's this? 2022. We won't see nothing from this about 2026.
Yeah. So
Pretty much.
ESPN, CBS, NBC, Fox, they'll hire you because you're good football mind. You have a.
Man, he gonna go straight to college. Somebody in college gonna.
Definitely.
You know where he gonna go?
Alabama.
By the way, the irony is, the report is that Bill O'Brien might be the new offensive coordinator for the Patriots.
There's no irony. That makes the most sense.
I was about to say.
It makes the most sense.
I was about to say he can go be Georgia's defensive coordinator.
Come be one for Tennessee's defensive coordinator too.
USC defensive coordinator.
But yeah,
But Bill O'Brien makes the most sense since he coached Mac Jones. Who?
Mac Jones. Who? By the way, Pro Bowler Mac Jones now.
I guess.
Yeah, you know why?
Because
Josh Allen turned it down.
So did.
I don't want that.
But yeah, let's look at let's talk about the coaching hires so far. So we have nine openings, and so far 4 vacancies have been filled, all by white guys. Yes. Starting with my Broncos, they've hired Packers offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett. Now a lot of people saying, how does he get the job? He don't even call plays for the Packers, and Matt LaFleur is doing it. Well, if this is going to help us get Aaron Rodgers, so be it. I know what this is. I'm not stupid.
You might be stupid with this hire.
We'll see what happens. George Payton. You're only going to get 1 or 2 good hires, man. One or 2 hires. If you got to at least be average or above average, you can't be below average. Just be real. Next, the Chicago Bears hired Colts defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus. Who? Matt Eberflus, the Colts defensive coordinator. So why didn't y'all not hire offensive coach for Justin Fields?
Why didn't y'all just keep Matt Nagy?
And they've named Luke Getsy, who's the Packers QB and coach and pass game coordinator, as their OC.
So the guy who basically has the second easiest job in the NFL, they signed.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
The easier one, right? Being Tom Brady's quarterback coach.
Next, Mark's former OC Brian Daboll is now the head coach of the New York Football Giants. By the way, they also hired a general manager in Joe Shea,
our assistant.
By the way, the Bears hired a general manager in Ryan Poles, a brother. The Minnesota Vikings hired a GM in, I can't pronounce his full name, so I'm just going to tell you, Mintz is his last name, but he's a brother from the Browns. And then Knicks Raiders rounded out the GM hires, hiring Dave Ziegler, the de facto GM of the Patriots, airball Alfred Payton.
As a point guard, how you airball? Anyway, go ahead.
Dave Ziegler, who's the director of player personnel for the Patriots and their de facto general manager. He was hired as the general manager of Knicks Vegas Raiders, and they announced that they've hired Josh McDaniels as their new head coach.
That don't seem very
encouraging.
I'm 50-50 about it. Here's my thing. Now, if something can happen to where I think it's going, because what I've heard supposedly is that part of the pitch was this offense that supposedly he has in mind for the Raiders that involves them using both of Foster Moreau and Darren Waller, and using more of using Hunter Renfrow more, which reminds me a lot of the Patriots offense that had
Wes Welker, Junior Nettleman.
No, those guys with the 2 tight ends of Aaron Hernandez and Gronkowski. Yeah, most definitely.
To the people he killed.
Oh, we got some. Can we get some breaking news real quick?
Hold on. What breaking news music here? Yeah,
it's not really breaking news, but it's broken news.
Oh, broken news. Hold on. Let's go.
So a Michigan recruit has hardball intel. Michigan head coach told a 5-star commit if an NFL opportunity came along, he was probably going to take it. And the report is he's scheduled to interview for the Minnesota Vikings job tomorrow on National Signing Day.
So he's going to leave Michigan to go to the Minnesota Vikings.
Yep. All those recruits went down to Knoxville.
He better off staying over there in Michigan.
And I want to send a shout out to Ken Dorsey.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
That's right.
That's our new offensive coordinator. He was an assistant offensive coordinator and quarterback coach for us. He was
Former Miami quarterback.
he was trying to go to Dabo was trying to take him over there to the Giants.
He said no.
But actually, Josh Allen and Ken Dorsey is closer than Josh Allen and Brian Dable. And Josh Allen and Brian Dable had a real good relationship.
Of course, but that's a quarterback coach at the end of the day. You gonna be
So that's the reason why he stayed with Buffalo.
Paco thinks, do we think Harbaugh goes to the Vikings?
Yes.
yeah. Any NFL job, that was the only place that offered him a job.
It was either there. Or they or the Raiders, and the Raiders hired McDaniels, so I think he's going. I think he's gone.
I think that's a good hire for y'all though.
Hey, have you seen some of the players that he's linked to that's gonna be free agents this year?
Who the
Josh McDaniels.
like who?
Don't forget Gronk's gonna be a free agent.
I think
he's retiring.
I think he's retiring.
I think he's retiring. What you call it too?
He's not playing for the older quarterback now.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's like about 5 or 6 former Patriot players within the league that are real cool with Josh McDaniels that are pretty good that they're linked to. So we'll see what goes on. I want to see who's gonna be our defensive coordinator though. That's what I really want to see.
Well, the talk was we brought this up last week after the show.
No,
Wink Martindale. Keep an eye on him. The former Ravens DC who got let go,
and he used to work for the Raiders back in the day.
I was still trying to figure out why would you let him go?
Because they're stupid.
Wait, just because you said Joe Burrow's not a Hall of Famer yet? I mean, whatever.
That's what happens when Ozzie Davis ain't around. You know what I'm saying?
So we still have 5 more vacancies left. We still got the Dolphins, still got the Texans, the Saints now.
I think Dennis Allen.
Obviously the Vikings, and then there's one more I'm missing. Oh, and the Jaguars. And there's talks that the Jaguars, they're interviewing Vic Fangio. They're interviewing your former interim coach, Rick Bisaccia. There was talk that they wanted Byron Leftwich was the front runner, but he doesn't want to work with Trent Baalke. And after what I heard Michael Robinson said about Trent Baalke this weekend on Good Morning Football Weekend, I was like, yeah, that's not a ringing endorsement.
Wait, so what happened?
So when Michael Robinson, the former fullback,
Yeah, I remember him.
he was with the Niners, Trent Baalke, he was going to release him, and he told him, you're not good enough to play in the NFL. Then he goes over to Seattle, and he was already a Pro Bowler, I think, with the Niners.
And he became an even better player over there with them.
Yeah, so Trent Baalke's not a good talent evaluator. That's why Harbaugh left in the first place. And they want him, and fans want him fired. So we'll see. And there's talk maybe Doug Peterson could also be in the name to look at with the Jaguars. But obviously, maybe he can be a good coach for Trevor Lawrence.
Who's going to be our offensive coordinator? I don't think.
Well, it doesn't matter because McDaniels is calling plays.
It kind of does matter to an extent.
Yeah.
Well, who's going to be?
It definitely matters.
Well, who's going to be the dude doing the install, basically?
Yeah, I don't know who. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. It's going to be interesting to see what type of coaching staff they're going to have. Because I honestly think Wink Martindale's going to be our defensive coordinator.
Well, I want to see who our offensive coordinator
Why Jay Crowder act like he didn't do nothing?
I do. Wow.
Idiot. I guess. No,
Yeah.
dude's an idiot.
Fake tough guy. Let's get to calling out names. We'll get more into the coaches, staff, coaching next week. But next,
sorry, my bad.
go ahead, bro.
Shout out to Buffalo again. They interviewed T. Martin. I thought that we was gonna get him.
Yeah, thank God he stayed. Come on, T.
He can come and be our receiver coach. That's what he was Baltimore's receiving coach. Ironically,
Obviously, he's with us. He's back in Vol Nation. Come on, stay home, T. He might be the next coach in line for Vol Nation if things don't work out with Josh Heupel. But I think we finally got a good coach. Thank God. But it's time for the segment. This is going to be, and next week as we get ready to start calling out names, our Super Bowl preview. We're going to preview the big game. We're going to make our picks. We're going to make our picks against the spread. We're going to talk some prop bets. We're also going to have, for the second straight year,
how many interceptions Jimmy G throw? Oh,
he's not playing. So the second annual Sports for You NBA All-Star Draft, hosted by your boy, Mark and Nick are going to pick who have the All-Star teams. One will be repping Team LeBron. One will be Team Durant. And we're going and then you guys who are watching in the comments are going to tell us who squad y'all like better. So keep the comments on fire next week. And we're going to give you our keys to having a great Super Bowl party for the second straight year through this pandemic.
Kidding me?
So let's get to calling out names, ladies and gentlemen. I will lead this off. And
I forgot what I had Stephen A. Smith on calling name.
I know. I remember.
So I'm gonna just say Stephen A. Smith, and I'm gonna think about it later on.
All right, so I'm ready.
Go ahead, John.
Somebody than Ricky Henderson right now. I'm calling out Les Miles, the former head coach at LSU.
For doing the stupid dances on the.
No, that's Brian. That's their current coach, Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly.
That's their current coach, Brian Kelly.
Him too.
He was Notre Dame coach. What do you expect?
Les Miles, and this came up last week during the press conferences for championship week. Told Jamar Chase, I don't think you could be a good wide receiver. I want you to play cornerback.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Well, maybe he was comparing him to Levi Wallace.
Are you kidding me?
I don't care. No.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Maybe he just like Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson wasn't the best receiver on the team then.
You can have two good receivers.
Well, apparently he didn't know that.
Are you kidding
Well, they
me?
don't like to throw. Anyway, go ahead.
Whatever. That's why Les Miles is out of a job right now. I said Les Miles is on calling out names, Kinsey, because he said Jamar Chase couldn't play receiver. He's better off being a tight end. I mean, a cornerback.
Whoa.
Pause.
Wow.
Okay. The next.
Wow.
Yeah, that was not smart.
Wait, what I do?
I said me.
Oh.
My next person I'm calling out, I got this is gonna be iconic. The Detroit Lions.
For messing up Barry Sanders, Megatron. Oh.
Yes, keep going. You're going down that freeway with me. Go ahead.
Matt Stafford.
That's right. That's another one. How do you not have Barry Sanders, Herman Moore, Matthew Stafford, Calvin Johnson, and Ndamukong Suh.
Hey, who was that quarterback when they had Herman Moore and
Scott Mitchell?
Scott Mitchell's left-handed cat. Yep.
And you don't win one playoff game? You only win one playoff game in 30 years? You went 0-3 with Matthew Stafford and Megatron and Sue?
That's happened when you draft what was his name? Titus Young instead of drafting the right receiver.
Remember y'all took Mike Williams in the draft over to Marcus Ware?
What Mike Williams?
SC Mike Williams.
SC Mike Williams.
They were supposed to take the story was Matt Millen made up his mind he was going to draft DeMarcus Ware, but someone convinced him at the last minute to take Mike Williams.
Always go with your first mind, player.
Now I'm gonna say this.
At the time, that wasn't a bad pick.
I'm gonna say this.
They needed a pass rusher bad.
Looking back at it, pause. That was dumb.
Oh, of course.
But anybody who's seen Mike Williams at SC,
But he had a year off though, Mark.
anybody who's seen Mike Williams at SC,
Hey, didn't Jamar Chase have a year off?
he did.
Good point. That's a good point. Mike Williams was nice at
Micah
SC.
Parsons
No.
had a year off.
No. He wasn't nice at SC. He was great at SC.
Yes, he was. He wasn't just some pushover.
Right. So I mean, I still would have took the defensive player, but
Still took DeMarcus Ware.
because I just don't trust SC players and offensive players in the NFL.
So that's enough. The Cleveland Browns, you're all calling out names. So let me get this straight. Everything y'all was telling us, Odell Beckham Jr. was the problem.
You would put Skip Bayless on that list for that same reason.
Y'all told us Odell Beckham Jr. was a cancer. He was a diva. No.
They love him over in L.A.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford said, I haven't had a receiver this good since Megatron.
Wasn't he playing with Cooper Kupp?
And he's playing with Cooper Kupp. And Cooper Kupp, let me start it. By the way, y'all gonna start respecting Cooper Kupp.
It's just one person who don't.
Yeah.
You know Cooper Kupp broke all the Jerry Rice records up in college, right?
He was the FCS Player of the Year.
There's only one person who don't.
Yeah, he really did.
Is it Stephen A. Smith?
No.
Oh, it's Will.
Oh, well, yeah, that's because Will tripping. He's being biased. He also doesn't think that Aaron Donald was that good either.
Urban Meyer. You're on calling out names.
Dang.
What did he do?
What did he do?
So you really chose Dwayne Haskins over Joe Burrow at Ohio State?
Listen.
Nope. I'm not gonna let
Listen.
you kill Urban Meyer for that.
No, exactly. The offense that he runs, Dwayne Haskins
Was a better fit.
was the better fit for the team.
Joe Burrow was more mobile than Dwayne Haskins.
He didn't look like it at that offense.
It doesn't matter. Did you see what Dwayne Haskins did at Ohio State?
He balled. I'm not gonna.
And he was fast. He's faster than what's his name? Than Joe Burrow.
So we can't question why Dwayne Haskins played. I'm not gonna retroactive because I see how it turned out. Say who should have started when in real time wasn't nobody even thinking about Joe Burrow when Dwayne Haskins.
Paco, you Ohio State fan. Would you have preferred at that time? Would you have preferred Haskins or Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow wasn't even the second quarterback on that roster.
It was Justin Fields, right? Or was it JT Barrett?
Might be JT Barrett.
JT Barrett.
Yikes.
That's what I'm saying. Joe Burrow wasn't even.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man.
Wasn't he over there at LSU for 2 years? No, it was just 1 year,
Just
right?
2 years.
Just 1 year.
No, it was 2.
It was 2. Yeah,
it was 2.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. Like, it just so happens that he was put in a predicament with over there with Coach O to really showcase his talent with the talent that he had up over there. Let's just be honest. It wasn't like it wasn't no talent at Ohio State.
Yeah,
because Ohio State always has talent.
Paco said at that time he would have took JT Barrett, not knowing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody even think about Joe Burrow until.
Okay, I get it.
That's like JT Fields leaving Georgia.
Don't let him out the house.
I mean,
I would do everything to keep him in the house.
I didn't want Justin Fields to leave, but guess what?
I just don't keep. I was trying my best to see if you can keep him in the house for at least
but
1
you
year.
Didn't know
but I get it. Though.
Nobody knew during that time.
Nobody know during that time. Look what Look what your quarterbacks turned into. Even though not good pros.
That's like being mad at Pete Carroll for not playing Clay Matthews more. It was impossible. Look at all that talent that was over there at linebacker during that time.
Yeah.
It was impossible.
Yeah.
I tell people that people kept saying Ray Montaluga was going to be better than Clay Matthews. I was like, no, he was not.
I mean, at that time, it wouldn't have been a bad argument.
It was smart at the time because Ray Montaluga did only go in the second round.
Ray Montaluga was
him cushioning.
He was ridiculous.
Him cushioning Clay Matthews. That was like, whoa.
That was an unbelievable linebacker core to have. Before that, it was Keith Rivers. Keith Rivers was there.
Keith Rivers, yep. I'm for sure trusting USC defensive players before offensive players.
My next.
I'm not even mad at that.
Right. My next calling out names is for Max Kellerman, and y'all brought it up earlier. He said, and look, we said that Aaron Donald's the best player in football, but he said Aaron Donald might be the greatest defensive tackle of all time.
No.
I swear. I mean, I swear Reggie White played defensive tackle, but yeah, Nick said he played defensive end. But I remember Warren Sapp also being a defensive tackle.
Is Aaron Donald better than Warren Sapp?
Hey, relax, y'all. I need y'all to relax. All right. We gon' leave Sapp alone, man.
Is he better than Stray?
He's better than who?
He's better than Strahan?
Strahan wasn't defensive tackle.
DN.
He was a DN.
Okay, so he's out.
So it'll be like, is he better than John Randall? Yes.
Yeah,
he's better than John Randall.
Mean Joe Green?
That's where the argument started on Keyshawn J. Will and Mack.
Usually when you bring up defensive tackles, Mean Joe Green is definitely one of the...
He told Key he was better than Joe Green.
Mean Joe Green is one of the first defensive tackles people bring up when they bring up best defensive tackles of all time.
Okay, let's go to Stephen A. Smith. He said he did a list today in honor of Tom Brady's retirement of the 5 best Boston athletes. At number 5, he had Bobby Orr from the Boston Bruins. Number 4, he had Big Papi, David Ortiz of the Red Sox. This is where he lost me. Larry Joe Bird was number 3.
Ain't no way in hell you got Larry Bird number 3 and you talk about Boston legends.
And number 2 was Brady.
No.
And he had number 1, Bill Russell.
No.
I'm going to tell y'all this one more time. Cut the beat. For a person who had to live through the torture of Larry Joseph Bird as a Lakers fan, you are not telling me that Bill Russell was a better Boston athlete than Larry Bird. I'm sorry.
I don't care how many he won.
I don't care.
I don't care how many he won.
I don't care. Mark?
Yeah, I'm pro Bird. You already know that. I'm pro Bird.
Come on, man.
Look, I'm pro Bird.
It's Larry. It's Look, Brady. If you want to put Brady one, I argue with it, but I'm Larry Joe, man.
Look,
I'm Larry Joe.
It's Larry Bird and everybody else.
Pretty much.
Y'all figure it out from there. And that's no knock against Brady because Brady's done a hell of a job.
But I'm not putting Bill Russell ahead of Larry Bird. I'm sorry.
Nah, no way. I'm sorry.
Next, I'm going to Shaq and Charles Barkley. So last week during the Sixers,
wait, he put Bill Russell above Larry Bird?
Yeah, he put Bill Russell 1, Brady 2.
No.
We went there.
Nah.
He put Bill Russell 1, Brady 2, Larry Bird 3, Big Papi 4, and Bobby Orr 5.
He about to say something crazy. That's why I was like, nah, I'm cool. Don't even go there. He's about to go there. Yeah.
But Shaq and Charles Barkley. So last week during the Lakers-Sixers game, Melo got into a little shouting match with a fan, and come to find out the fan called him a boy. So Chuck and Shaq said that Melo was soft for not having thin skin for a dude calling him a boy. Come on, fam.
Check this out, player.
Let someone call you a boy and let me see how you react.
I'm not going to even say that.
I'm a grown man.
Wasn't Shaq isn't that the same Shaq that was jealous of Penny?
Yeah. Jealous of Kobe.
And he calling somebody else off?
Like going to have surgery on company's arm? Come on,
Anyway,
Shaq.
anyway, go ahead though.
Come on, Shaq. Stop it.
And we know Charles.
I ain't gonna waste my time talking about Charles
We know
Barkley.
Charles Barkley lead the KKK meeting.
All right. I hope we still got our lady listeners in. I hope we still got our lady viewers here. If you're in all the ladies who are in the comments, this is for y'all. And this is for y'all. I dedicate this calling out names to y'all. I'm calling out Jeff Garcia, the former quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers.
No.
Cut the beat.
That's why the 49ers probably lost, honestly.
Jeff Garcia. So let me get this straight. So Mina Kimes, the great Mina Kimes, isn't qualified to talk about quarterbacks because she never played football? Never played in the NFL? You got the number one sports podcast in here, and none of us played in the NFL. So let me get this. No, you did. So you're mad because she said that Jimmy Garoppolo was the Achilles heel to holding the Niners back and winning the Super Bowl. By the way, where are all these Jimmy Garoppolo defenders coming out of the woodworks all of a sudden?
No, don't even go there. What she said was right.
She was. Deebo Samuel, Elijah Mitchell, Kittle, Ayuk, Jawan Jennings, shout out the Vol Nation, Trent Williams, that old line, McGlinchey.
They got the most physical team in the league.
Bosa, Eric Armstead, Jimmy Ward, Tart. There's only one problem. You ain't gonna tell me about bad quarterback play. I'm a Broncos fan. So you want to call? No, you didn't call out Mina Kimes because, and shout out to Miss Delilah in the house. You didn't call out Mina Kimes because she was talking about Jimmy G. You called out Mina Kimes because she was a woman. Let's just be real. I'm a girl dad. You're foul. I respect women in sports. And you don't always have to agree with them, but you do not have to demean their gender. Mm-hmm. I agreed with what Mina Kimes said about,
because she was telling the truth
about Jimmy Garoppolo, because it was facts.
Maybe he's just mad because she had a better take than him.
And let me be clear, there's no one who watches as much film on football than Mina Kimes. I like Kay Adams. Good Morning Football is my favorite morning show. But I disagreed with her take on Jimmy Garoppolo, but I'm not finna bash her because she's a woman. I just disagree with the fact that she thinks that they shouldn't trade Jimmy Garoppolo and sit Trey Lance a year. I disagreed with that. But that does not take away from Kay Adams as a good sports anchor. Oh, man. Hold on. Say that for after the show.
I'm benching Debo.
Yeah. And then, like...
Who's getting cut?
Debo's getting cut.
Ouch.
All right,
So,
go ahead.
and then, like I said, Lindsey Fulton, the producer of Slide on Cap here on 710, she's very opinionated, and she has strong opinions, and I love her passion. But I disagreed with her yesterday because she's a Browns fan, saying that Odell Beckham basically forced himself out of Cleveland, basically made himself basically, you know.
What you say, he played the victim?
Yeah.
I mean, he got to do anything to get about that sorry franchise. I don't blame him.
So, but just because I disagree with a woman's take, you don't mean you have to demean her gender.
Yeah, because I for sure disagree with Molly 99% of the time she talk, but I'm never going to go that far.
But you was wrong, Jeff Garcia. And where were you at now? Where was you? I haven't heard from Jeff Garcia after the NFC Championship.
Man, I ain't heard from Jeff Garcia since he was on the Raiders.
I ain't heard from Jeff Garcia.
I ain't heard Jeff Garcia since he was with the Niners.
Well, I ain't heard from Jeff Garcia after T.O. basically called him I ain't going to go there.
Well, apparently T.O. was right.
Whatever T.O. called him.
Yeah, Area 51.
Hold on.
And that's my calling out names.
Oh.
Well, that was crazy.
Hey, shout out to T.O.
He tried to let people know.
Hey, shout out to T.O.
Yeah. All right, what you got for calling out names, Mark?
Stephen A. Smith. Why? I don't know. I don't remember right now. So it's just Stephen A. Smith. I know he did something idiotic.
Okay. Since you go ahead and said it.
Besides calling Patrick Mahomes the fourth best quarterback, and I'm not saying that's idiotic, but I just disagree with it.
Fourth best quarterback
of all time. Because remember, that's why Dan Marino was on.
This is why I got him on calling out names.
Which is?
Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, we should have took a shot. Uh-huh.
You,
For
you
me.
had the nerve to go there with this freaking Kobe video. You mean to tell me in a video where you're supposed to be praising somebody, you down Kawhi and Kyrie Irving?
That's what it was.
Are you serious?
That's what it was.
Are you serious?
I'll let y'all talk. Then I'll give my piece on that.
Here's my thing. That was so uncalled for, especially considering the relationship Kobe had with these two players.
Well, both of them individually.
He was a big influence on both of these. He invited those players every time it was off-season training. They were one of the people that got called in.
And Ben Simmons. He threw shot Ben Simmons in there too.
Man, look, Stephen A. Smith. Check this out, dude. These dudes, no matter how you feel about, I don't know what your personal beef is with Kyrie Irving.
You got a crush on him.
Something. You got a crush on Kawhi Leonard as well, because he for sure brings Kawhi Leonard up anytime he can. Kawhi Leonard is hurt. We know why Kyrie wasn't playing because he was taking a stance on something.
A decision he made.
Exactly.
As a grown man.
Exactly. And even though, look, I may not agree with some of his some of the stuff that he does, but I understand his stance, and he stood on his stance, which I told him what I always said what he should do. That's exactly what he did. He stood on his stance until the other team cracked.
By the way, Nets should just take the fine, by the way.
Yes, they should. They're idiots.
Just take the fine.
Just take the fine. They're dumb.
All you do is it's only cost you $68,000. Come on, man.
Come on now. Y'all make triple that every night. But look, for you to go out of your way, because that's literally going out of your way to disrespect these players, on especially the bigger platform as you have, on a day of remembrance with people who are actually very close to him and his family.
Mark said that, Kenzie.
That's wrong.
What?
That's That's completely out of pocket.
So here's my thing. What, Mark, you got anything you want to add to that before I go?
For me, and I know he was talking about Ben and he was talking about Kawhi, but for me, it's more the focus on Kyrie because of how hard he been going on Kyrie this year. And Kyrie ain't did nothing wrong. Kyrie made a stand. Just like Stephen A. Smith chose to get vaccinated, Kyrie made a decision not to. And whatever consequences came with it, he stood on it and said, this is what I'm doing. I'm not mad at him for that. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
You know what I'm saying? So, as hard as he going on Kyrie for
oh
that.
my God. How do you let that happen?
How do you allow that to happen? That's ridiculous. Go ahead.
As hard as he been going on Kyrie, I really think this is something personal.
Yeah. And he does the same thing with Kawhi.
Kawhi, yeah.
Anytime they talk about something, like as far as like, they be like, oh, players being hurt or something like this. Oh, why Kawhi doesn't do it? Nobody's even talking about Kawhi.
He used to be like that with LeBron until somebody called him and checked him.
Let me say this. I know what you was trying to do. You failed.
Epic.
Because you shouldn't have, because that wasn't the right time.
No.
Yeah, I was talking about Kobe all show. You had on Kobe's jacket. You didn't have to do that. And obviously, no one's going to tell you at ESPN because you're the highest paid employee. But wrong place, wrong time, player. Wrong place, wrong time.
That was a buster move. Straight up. Stephen A. Smith is a buster for that.
And I know, Nick, you got one more person to call out before we head out. So let's go ahead and address it. This situation with Jerry West.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm not calling out Jerry West. I'm telling you right now.
Laker fans, listen. This dude, Jerry West, he has an internal situation going on with the Lakers management.
Nobody can call him out.
There's no reason why. He's never disrespected the Laker fans. He never disrespected none of the Laker players. And the stuff that he said about the Lakers when he said it wasn't far-fetched. When he made his comments about the Lakers organization, the upper people over there was running the ship all the way down. And he said it. They were making idiotic moves. He said it. This man has had a relationship with this team basically almost his whole life.
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me now that he has these tickets taken away from him and he voiced his opinion about it, which I have no problem with the Lakers doing that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I understand you may be whatever legend you are, but at the end of the day, you are on the opposition team.
You up.
Yeah, you're an op right now. You
ops.
Exactly. We LA Lakers. You with the LA Clippers. Why would I invite a Clipper over to a Laker game? I don't care who you are. Let's just be real. When you done up over there, you can get your tickets right on back. Just that simple. There's nothing wrong with that. He expressed how he felt about it. Okay, no problem. For Laker fans to go ahead and say what they saying about this dude after he done brought y'all 11 championships. He brought y'all 1 as a player and brought y'all 10 as an executive. 5 with the show. He put together Showtime. He was the one that told them to make the trade for Kobe. He was the one that convinced them to go ahead and get Shaq. He was the one who gave the Lakers Pau Gasol. He gave y'all 10 championships. This dude is responsible for 14 championships in the league, including the Warriors championships. Come on, man. And y'all gonna disrespect this dude, everything he did for y'all? He gave y'all legend that y'all love so much. He would be able, you know where Kobe be if it wasn't for him? Over there with the Hornets. Come on, man. The disrespect for the logo is ridiculous.
You go.
I'm echoing everything Nick said. Nick is right. Nick is 100% right. But these are entitled fans. This is the fan base that Laker fans are. They're entitled fans. Go ahead, John.
Go ahead, John. Address your Laker folks, man.
Your cousins.
Jerry West is an op, but he's still Jerry West. I get it. And all I'm going to say is, if somebody from Laker Nation's listening, Jeannie, Linda, Kurt Rambis, the Bus family, Janie Bus, Johnny, Jesse, Joey. Obviously, you're not going to get Jim.
Mikey.
Y'all need to go ahead and squash. Y'all need to go ahead and get this man, get in a room with this man, and just talk it out. Dr. Bus wouldn't want this. Get it done. I'm gonna leave it there, and you're never gonna hear me slander Jerry West, because without him, there is no Kobe, there is no Shaq, there is no Magic,
there's no LA Lakers,
there's no Pat Riley, there's no Phil Jackson here,
there's no LA Laker championships.
There's no Jerry. There's
without
no James,
this man making his moves.
There's no James Worthy. There's no Byron Scott.
Kareem still up over there in Milwaukee.
Exactly. But I'm done. And ladies and gentlemen, that's calling out names. Jerry West, you're still the logo. And you're a Laker for life. You're just working on the other team. Squash this beef, people. Life is too short. And we gonna head on out of here. Next week, the second annual Sports for You Super Bowl preview. We gonna pick the game. We gonna make some prop bets. We gonna pick against the spread. We gonna have the Sports for You All-Star Draft. And we gonna give y'all the keys to having a real fun Super Bowl party and to enjoy the big game. Obviously, Super Bowl week is officially kicking off this weekend. If you're going to the festivities, whether it's the Fan Fest at the Convention Center, going to any of these private events, please be careful, be safe.
Yeah, that Marion is crazy right now.
And just, enjoy it. Let's enjoy it. And we'll talk more about the game next week. We'll talk about the halftime show. We'll talk about who's singing the anthem and all that other stuff. That's all that came out. But we'll get into the big game. Next week is going to be basically all about the big game outside the All-Star Draft. Everything's on the big game and the trade. It's going to be based on the big game. We're going to talk.
When is the trade deadline? Next Thursday?
Next Thursday. We'll talk about that too. Next Thursday, 12 o'clock.
Russell Westbrook going to be done.
So we'll see. So let's see. Kenzie said, Paco said, I ignore people on Twitter when they slander West. I do too. Those fans are doing that, going at the same ones saying, man, he was the GOAT. Or, okay. Skills competition. NFL. I can't stand entitled. I get you, Kenzie. We live in this Laker Twitter world. It's toxic. But that is all for Sports for You. Thank y'all. Shout out to everyone in the comments. Kenzie, Paco, Delilah, Shayna, Lisa was in here for a minute, Lester, Uncle Mike, Uncle Kev, everyone who was hanging out. Make sure you hit that like button on Facebook. Hit that like button on YouTube. That subscribe button, Townhouse Media on YouTube. Again, patreon.com/Townhouse Media. And we'll be back next week. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at Sports for You Podcast.
She don't even cross no more. Go ahead.
Thank you, Kenzie.
Bye.
Yeah. We don't get out here for niggas in trouble.
No, that's not. I wouldn't say that kind of buy.
Don't even turn it off. You shouldn't even turn it off. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been episode 56 of Sports Review. Championship Sunday recap. We'll see you.
Let's break down the big game next week.
Do what it do, and that's
Comment section. Y'all fire as usual. Y'all make the show what it is. Yeah, Kenzie. He said I'm about to go get some Shimano and some tequila.
Who said that?
Kenzie.
Oh.
That was Paco. I'm saying that.
Oh yeah. Paco knows what's up. Yeah, he hit me up.
I think her and Dwayne Wade traded shoes.
We out. Peace.